in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio. Yeah!
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody. Yes, welcome to it. We made it to Friday. Busy, big weekend. We got high school playoff aplenty, volleyball, football tonight. Somebody's going to be a state champ in volleyball by the end of the weekend.
Yeah,
So,
buddy.
Lots going on today.
It's GDFR this weekend.
Ah,
It's going down for real. That's what that stands for, Michael.
okay.
Just in case you want to be hip and with it.
Hip to be square.
That's right, GDFR. It's all GDFR this weekend.
All right.
Yeah. It could mean something else, but right now it means going down for real.
All right.
Yep.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many initials.
We're getting to that stage, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought my time in the military is bad, but it's getting bad now. Like
Yeah.
in just texting world, and you know, LOL. I mean, it's like,
I mixed up ADHD and PTSD yesterday.
yeah, that's a different thing.
Totally different, turns out. Yeah, I just mixed those up though. I was doing a assessment. I was like, oh yeah, I was diagnosed with ADHD. No, the other one, PTSD. Yeah. AT&T was it? No. IHOP. I was diagnosed with IHOP. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's right. My gut is an international house of pancakes.
That's it. Got a Waffle House around back.
Well, happy Friday.
Yes.
Welcome to it. You know, the only one thing on the planet.
Wow. I'm sorry, but that tree is whipping.
A little gust that just rolled through, didn't it?
It wasn't even like a gust. Like that whole tree shifted for a second. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's not even supposed to be windy today.
I know.
Someone forgot to tell somebody. But there is only one thing that makes Friday better.
Yes.
McDonald's. Big thank you to the fine folks at McDonald's, as they do each and every Friday, provide our guests and everybody here at the morning show with delicious breakfast treats. I see you got your oatmeal situation going on.
I got to tell you, Tanner, I love the fact that he not only will take the orders like the day before, but he'll come in and he'll literally like bring us the specific things that like the oatmeal. He came in, he like just set it down in front, like while I was doing a break on the country show, and like delivered it. But yeah, perfect way to do this: 1 packet of the raisins and the cranberries, and then 2, if you can get them, the International Delights, the French vanilla creamers. 2 of those. Crack it open, pour them in, and mix the whole thing up. Oh, it's on point.
Well, you know the only reason I bring it to you is so nobody else gets it, right?
Well, either way, I was going to get to it. As soon as I see you come in, I'm like, ooh, I'm getting my oatmeal. And then you bring it.
Yeah.
But I respect that. That's awesome.
Of course.
Do you think there's a big run on people trying to steal Sean's oatmeal?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not a lot of people looking to be regular.
No, but you'd never know.
You never know.
Somebody
You're not
might
wrong.
come in and be like, ooh, I've never seen oatmeal in these bags before. And then they'll just grab it, and then Sean will be like, where's my oatmeal?
This is true. I have seen some savages in this building.
It can happen.
Come in and go, where's my oatmeal going? But
Someone takes a man's oatmeal right from his mouth.
You take one packet of the raisins, and you think that's not going to be enough for your oatmeal. It is a challenge to me. I've made it a challenge to try to get a raisin-free bite, like a non-fruit food, just to see if I could do it. And you'll find nary a raisin-free bite if you do 1 packet.
Wow.
So it's a perfect
There you go.
ratio.
So he's got
There's
a whole
science that's gone into this. I was gonna say bowl, but container.
All right. So get you some oatmeal today. Give it a try. Do it shorty style.
That's right. With your high C orange lava burst on the side.
Very cool.
The super healthy way.
Yeah. Or
it's like orange juice.
Or if you're like, no, I ain't got time for that. Give me my hash brown. Give me my egg McMuffin. Give me my coffee. I'll be on with my day. And they got you covered.
Point is, you got options.
You got options. And 'tis McRib season, by the way, too.
Yes.
So
did you indulge the other day?
I have not.
Okay.
I
Because
need
you were
to.
saying you were going.
I know, and then I got busy. And then I got busy doing other things. So I need to maybe that's a lunch fare today. Although I got a busy day. We'll see if I have time for lunch. But
Little sandy, one of them like sandy cornstarch buns, the onions and the pickles. Oh, it's good. That sounds good.
Yep. So get one today.
Yes.
And you're in McDonald's. Big thank you to McDonald's for sponsoring our show each and every Friday. Download the app, get exclusive deals through that app, and pay through the app. You can order through the app. You can do everything through the app.
Download the app before December, because in the month of December, I have it on good authority that Mariah Carey has teamed up with McDonald's for the 12 days of free food.
Really?
One free item per day for, I think it's like between December 12th and I'm not sure exactly, but on the dates. But you have to make a minimum purchase of $1. It's through the app.
Okay.
And as long as you do that, you get a free item. It's everything from like an apple pie to a Big Mac, 6-piece chicken nuggets, like
I
different
guess
items.
as the days progress, the items get bigger in value. Okay.
And I made the joke yesterday. It's basically Mariah Carey finally making up to us for cursing us with that god-awful Christmas song all these years. It's like, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. Here's some nuggets. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I believe that's,
Meanwhile, she's saying sorry right all the way to the bank. I mean,
I think it's worth at least a double quarter pounder with cheese.
how many houses do you think that song is purchased for her?
You're right, 2 double quarter pounders
Right.
with cheese.
I mean, easily a couple houses. All I want. That has to be among her biggest hits, right? Because I know she had like.
She had a bevy of hits there in the.
Okay, there's
90s.
that song that she did with Boys to Men that was supposedly like the song that was highest on the Billboard charts for the longest time.
Yeah.
I think that still stands. But I'm pretty sure that All I Want for Christmas Is You has to be more played than any other song that she's ever done. Has to be.
I have no data to argue or confirm that.
Okay. I want you to think about an hour chunk of time that you've been out in like a store, the mall, during the holiday shopping season. In the past, we'll call it like decade.
Okay.
Can you think of 1 hour chunk of time that you were in public, out in like retail spaces, that you didn't hear that song playing?
Well, in all fairness,
It was always on.
I'm not the best person to ask.
Right.
Because when I don't go out.
Because you're introverted.
I don't go out there very often. And when I do, I don't like Christmas music, so I don't listen or pay attention to it. I'm generally like, la, 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 and I'm just going through, getting what I need to do, la, 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 back around, and I'm like, zone, don't talk to me, leave me alone. And that's kind of how I am when I'm out there. So
Fair enough.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
And in fairness, I also worked for a station that was all Christmas music from Thanksgiving to Christmas. So, and by the way, I was reminded of this on Facebook. We're coming around the bend. Whamageddon is fixing to happen again. Once again, dude, I think I'm going to have to jump
participate?
in. I think so. I have to. It's less of a challenge because you don't really hear that song come up. So for those who don't know, Whamageddon is from, I believe it's the end of Thanksgiving, or no, it's December 1st through the 25th. You cannot hear the original Wham version of Last Christmas.
Yes.
In any form. If you do, it's one of those like Seinfeld.
A reboot.
I am out.
Anyway,
you can hear redos like if it's like a royalty free.
So if it's long, it's not the Wham version,
right? You just can't hear the Wham version of the song.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, but like if William Shatner decided to do a spoken word version of it, you're okay there.
And people are saying they want to take it up a notch and do Mariah-geddon this year. I'm like that's a real tough one, dude, because that song permeates. Wham's not nearly as big in the States as it is. I think the Whamageddon thing is a real British thing because like they play that song like I think that's their Mariah Carey. I think Wham is their Mariah Carey.
Okay, maybe.
So I feel like maybe Mariah-geddon might be our start up a notch.
Should start it with Christmas and Hollis.
I haven't thought about that. Oh my god. Oh, I haven't played December 25th down at Hollis, Queens. I used to. That was a Fly Friday song from way back in the day. I hadn't thought about that song. And they say, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Wah, wah, wah. That's a great callback. Oh, wow.
Speaking of callbacks, let me give you the rundown.
Yes.
I don't know if they're related, but it sounded good. This hour here in just a few minutes, we're going to have folks from the Roswell Community Little Theater join us, Chris Whipperman and Dan Coleman. They have, coming up the first 2 weekends of December, a performance that you and the whole family don't want to miss. Mother Goose Gets Eaten by Werewolves. It's a deep play. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's happening the first 2 weekends in December here, but they're going to join us in just a few, tell us all about it. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Chaves County Sheriff Mike Harrington is going to join us and give us an update on what's happening in and around the county through the Sheriff's Department there. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll talk with Elliot Rodriguez from CMG Financial, getting the update from him. And then right at 10 o'clock-ish, I don't know if we might even get our show cut off about 10 minutes early. Yeah. We will have high school playoff volleyball. Goddard, Artesia squaring off in the first round of the volleyball playoffs. Winner will advance to the next round to play at 6. The loser will go down to the loser's bracket and play at 2 o'clock to try to get back in. If it's Goddard at 2 o'clock, now this is going to get a little muddy. I apologize because we're trying to juggle football and volleyball at the same time.
Right.
But if Goddard, the Goddard Artesia game's happening on right now on this, or it's going to happen on this station and on KSVP at 10 o'clock this morning. At 2 o'clock, if Goddard loses, we will have the 2 o'clock game right here on KEND.
Right.
If Goddard wins, they'll play at 6 o'clock. That game will be at 6 o'clock on KSVP 990 AM and on KSVPTV.com audio only. Because we've got a football game beginning about 6:50 right here between Roswell and Goddard. So if Goddard wins, you'll be able to listen to that game on KSVPTV.com or 990 AM. More likely for most folks around here, KSVPTV.com. But if Goddard loses and they play at 2, we'll have it here on the radio for you.
Right.
Tomorrow.
Did you get all that?
Yeah. Now tomorrow's games, if they advance to play tomorrow up to a championship game, we should have those for you here on KEND.
Yes.
And it'll be Kelly McDonald calling the games tomorrow. Joby Hotling's calling all of our games from Albuquerque today. So this is all logistics to try to get everything as much covered with little time on knowing what things are going. But we'll have the football. It'll be the Goddard version on Fiero 106.1, the Coyote version right here on 106.5. Both versions will be at KSVPTV.com and the Coyote channel and the Goddard Rocket channel.
Yes, sir.
So I know that's a little muddy.
That was a lot. So how about a palate cleanser?
Yes. Let's do a palate cleanser. Oh, there it is. Christmas and Hollis.
Felt necessary.
There it is. That's the part I want to hear. Yep, that's what I wanted. That's all they need, just a taste.
That's it. To avoid royalties.
That's right. It's 7:18. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good through the weekend with high pressure in place over the southwestern states, and our temperatures will be warming up a little bit. Still pretty comfortable today with mid to upper 60s, and we should get plenty of sunshine down to the low and mid 30s overnight and clear. Then tomorrow we're back in the mid to upper 70s and sunny, low to mid 70s and fair weather again on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 41 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 45%. Winds currently out of the north at 12 miles per hour. 64 and sunny today. It's not supposed to be breezy, but I don't know. My trees are breezy. They're whipping. It says they're out of the north at 12, but they look like they're whipping a little bit faster than that. But I don't know. What do I know? But they say winds are supposed to be out of the northeast today, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight with an overnight low of 34 degrees. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Things will warm up a little bit for you Saturday. Sunny skies, a high of 74 tomorrow. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 42 degrees with west winds 5 to 10. Sunday, sunny skies, highs in the low 70s, 72 expected. Winds out of the north, 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then we warm up for the start of next week. We go back into the low 80s. Sunny and 80 from Monday, sunny 83 on Tuesday. Back down in the mid-70s Wednesday and low 60s by next Thursday. So, yeah, and a little warm spell there Monday, Tuesday of next week. Looks like shaping up there. All right, it is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take about a 3.5-minute commercial break here. And then on the other side of the break, we'll have Dan Coleman and Chris Whipperman from the Roswell Community Little Theater join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Have you ever searched and searched for something and yet not find it? You know, when you're looking for something, and no matter how hard you look, it never shows up. If you've ever searched this hard, then you know just how desperate God's love is for you. When Jesus walked on this earth, he told 3 stories. One story was how a shepherd left 99 of his sheep to go search for the one sheep that was lost. Then he tells of a woman who searches for her whole house for a coin that she had lost. The third story tells of how a man found his son who had wandered off and squandered all he had. Each of these stories is meant to convey the love for all of his children that God has. Now, before you think, hey, I'm not this person, remember that he made everybody who has breath in them. He loves you, and if you're lost, he is searching for you.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
Make it a November to remember at Roswell Honda. They've knocked the absolute stuffing out of the prices across the lot, so you'll save a gravy boatload. Like a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $209 a month, a 2012 Civic for just $164 a month, or a 2012 Dodge Caravan for just $109 a month. Get a free turkey and a 12-pack of Pepsi just for stopping by, a pumpkin pie with a qualified test drive, and a $25 Albertsons gift card with a purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa shopping spree. November to remember, on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Ladies and gentlemen, So Easy Sewing finally has our most popular sewing machines and sergers back in stock. We have the Zest, our entry-level machine, on sale for $149. We have the Amazing Jazz 2, which boasts a 12-inch throat, on sale for $799, and our #1 selling Verve sewing embroidery combo machine on sale for $999. All machines include lifetime instruction on the use of the machine. Hurry in to 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell to claim your new machine before they're gone. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Wait for it. It's coming. Spring River Park and Zoo present Race for the Zoo 2021. Saturday, November 13th, beginning at 9 a.m. It's a 5K with a 2-mile option, and you can run, walk, crawl, scuttle, whatever, with t-shirts for all races and awards and trophies for the fastest finishers. Proceeds go towards keeping our furry and feathered friends cared for. For more information, contact the Roswell Parks and Recreation Department at 575-624-6719 and register online at roswellconnect.com. Race for the Zoo 2021, November 13th, 9 a.m. at Spring River Zoo. Get up to $4,000 overbook at Roswell Nissan. You heard that right. Up to $4,000 overbook for your trade. Trade values are setting records, so bring it in and upgrade. With $1 down, no payments till next year, and up to $4,000 for your trade, now is the time. Roswell Nissan has special programs available that can make it happen for you regardless of your situation. Get a free turkey with an appraisal and free AirPods with a qualified test drive. Up to $4,000 overbook. On now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The world's oldest chewing gum dates back to at least 5,000 years. After chewing it, they stuck it at the bottom of their desk. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, Dan Coleman and Chris Whipperman back with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing? How's life treating you?
We're doing really good.
No complaints.
Good.
No complaints.
Good.
Enjoying this nice brisk fall-like weather we have outside.
It's kind of Russian roulette. You're like sweater, short sleeve, don't know. And by the time in the morning, you're like, all right, something cold. By 10:30, like I wish I put that T-shirt on. But anyway. It's the world we live in. Welcome to New Mexico.
I discovered something. I was told that this building has 2 settings for heat, which is either hot or hotter. So I thought I'd open a window, and I didn't realize how breezy it was out there. I was getting it's a little breezy today.
It is breezy this morning.
You got to find the window sweet spot to not get blown away or got stuff suffocate on all the stuffiness.
Right.
But Roswell Community Theater, you guys have been pretty busy here over the last month or two, especially with just events and things that you COVID put you guys on hiatus for well over a year here for the most part. So it's been quiet at the theater, but now that we're back in a world where people are going to school and work and everything else, we got to have plays here. We got to have some fun, and so pretty much every month. There's stuff going on at the community little theater. And I say every month, it's actually more stringent. It's almost every week. I mean, there's something going on there. But and we would love to invite the public, the community, to come out and be a part of the next thing here. Help get you maybe into the pre-Christmas fun spirit a little bit with a family fun. I guess you could say twist on fairy tales and stories of that as children. Maybe a little bit there. So this is a real deep piece that's called Mother Goose Gets Eaten by Werewolves. Yeah, I know you're thinking, wow, this is really going to be like Gone with the Wind, very deep.
Right. Yeah.
Something I really got to wrap my head around here. So no, but this is going to be a fun night. It's just a fun nursery rhyme meets what horror meets comedy. I don't know what you could say on this one. It's just a fun little mixing of genres here.
Yes.
That's right. It's little characters from all your favorite, kids' stories, all your favorite nursery rhymes, and they come together on stage. The interesting thing is, it sounds like it's a kid play, but it's not. It's actually an all-adult cast.
Gotcha.
There's one teenager, but they're practicing and rehearsing really hard, building a multi-level set, and it's going to be it's going to be quite an event.
So I joke about deepness, but there's a lot of work and production obviously going into this. I always tell people, like, if you think of like Shrek style, like when you think of the movie Shrek, where it's like, it's animated, so you think it's for the kids and all that, but really the parents are laughing just as hard as the kids are because the jokes, the way it's written, it's family centric even for adults to laugh, and not the I got to laugh because I'm in the room with my kid laugh, but an actually funny laugh.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what this plays really. Think of it in that same vein. Where
That's right.
Kids will be fine. It's good to go because you're talking about Mother Goose and all this stuff. But the adults will be like, that was pretty good. And then kids like, why are you laughing? I'm like, I'll tell you in a couple of years.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very good. So what's kind of the storyline here? What's the, I guess, if you wanted to give someone a synopsis of the story, what would be the one fear for Mother Goose gets eaten by werewolves?
So, can only give away so much. So what I will say is Mother Goose is no fool. As soon as she discovers real werewolves are in this production, she makes a break for it, and it looks like our show's over before it's even begun. But wait. 4 adventurous audience members, a fairy godmother, a witch, a prince, and a wolf, save the day by acting out their own versions of Sleeping Beauty. With the participation of a helpful stage manager and other members of the audience, a good time is guaranteed for all. It's not Mother Goose, but it is hilariously entertaining.
Oh, cool. So
that is what they're giving away.
All right. Cool. So it's kind of like the other characters have to come to save the day in the Mother Goose stories of yore. So
That's right.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Exactly.
Oh,
and we're doing something different this time. The Little Theater is giving away tickets, actually.
We do. We've got there's some passes to admit one if you'd like to come and see a play. And this is a great opportunity. We'll be giving some away between now and these weekends, first 2 weekends in December here.
Yeah.
I'm going to make y'all work a little bit. I ain't going to lie.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to hit you when you least expect it, kind of thing. So,
perfect. Oh boy.
Taste la tension.
Brace yourselves, folks. It's coming.
That's right. That's awesome.
If you've never been before, and this would be great because I know there is a certain sect of population that they hear live theater, they think musical, they think, nope, I don't want nothing to do with all that. That's good. Y'all sing and dance on the stage, have fun. I'm going to stay home and miss that one. And I would say sure, there's some singing, dancing. There are musicals that happen all the time there, right. But it's a lot of fun because it's so much. If you've never been to live theater before at all, you can't say anything. You've got to go before you at least experience it.
Yeah.
Go once and say you've done it, and then if you don't like it, so be it. But at least say you've done it. You know. But I think what's going to happen is you're going to go in and even if you're defensive, like I'm not going to like this, blah 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 blah. Then you're going to, and especially with a play like this where it's not like Shakespeare where you have to pay attention. Right. You know what I mean? It's just kick back and have a good time. I think you're going to get kick back and be like, that was a lot of fun. I laughed. I had my teeth out laughing. I was sitting there. By the way, I know a couple of the people up on the stage. And I didn't know that guy would do. That's a side of that person I've never seen before. You know, and that's the live theater, and I think you kind of get the bug a little bit there. But we'd love to have you come out. So if you're like, I'll come out, but I ain't paying for it, we'll get you a free one. We'll let you go see and come and check it out here. But I think what's going to happen is once you go to one of the shows, you're going to be like, hey, I'd like to check out some more shows. And you're probably not going to go to every single play and every single time. But you know what? I bet 2 or 3 times a year there's going to be a play that's happening there that you're like, hey, that'd be fun. We can take the family to 2 or take a date night to and go to or something like that. And that's the whole idea about this. There's more to do in this town than the same 3 things we do every time.
That's what we find, or what I've found. I'm still kind of new to Roswell, and you talk to people, and you're like, oh yeah, the community theater, and you'll still run into a certain percentage of people who are like, I didn't realize we had a community theater here. And so for us, the thing I've noticed, I've been involved with the theater a little over a year now, is people who we get to come. Like somebody will be in a play, and their family members will be like, okay, I got to go see them play. And then as they're walking out, they're like, this was really amazing. I didn't know we had that. We know somebody who works right here in the station who we've been trying to get to go to a play, and he went to the last one, and he was just like, I had no idea what to expect. And it just exceeded. So, we'll give you some passes. Come watch a play because we know we're going to get your money next time when you come see the next one.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And to be honest, you're supporting more of the community than you think by coming out to a community theater.
Oh yeah, you're supporting the arts, your friends, your neighbors, people you didn't even know were on stage having a good time.
Sure. Even the businesses that support the community little theater and things, coming out and supporting that and doing that. That's all because obviously businesses, they love helping you guys, and a lot of them, a lot of your businesses help direct because some of their members are very much directly involved in the community little theater in some way, shape, or form. But at the same time, it's the community theater provides a service to them. Those businesses that donate monies and materials and time and everything else, they get promotions from this. And
absolutely.
So when you come out and fill the seats and get the flyers and then go afterwards and have a meal at one of these places or go to visit them whenever you need their services, that's all part of the community as well. So by you coming out and supporting it, you're actually making more welcoming for other entities to come and make bigger support and donations to the community little theater.
Yeah, we are 100% nonprofit, so and we are self-supported, which means the only money we get is either from donations or from people paying tickets to come in. So that's how we keep our roof open. And COVID was rough, but we were open during COVID. We just couldn't really advertise our stuff. So it's been tough keeping things going without being able to tell everybody about everything. And we've been able to do it. We're still here, and we thank everybody who's supported us this last couple years. It's been crazy.
Yeah, and now that we can come out and play more, come out and play with us.
Absolutely.
Come have some fun.
Absolutely. We have something going all the time. We've added more shows. We've added a kids program. We've added improv. Lots of stuff.
If you're a family with some like school age, particularly like elementary school age children, learn about the CAPS program, the Kids Arts Program, KAPS. If you go to Roswell Theater, which we'll tell you about 10 more times here before we go, but RoswellTheater.org if you go, or .com, I'm sorry, or is it .org?
Roswell sounds good.
Yeah, RoswellTheater.com.
I think when you type Roswell Theater, it'll get you there somehow.
I just had a brain cramp where I couldn't remember if it was .com or .org, but
RoswellTheater.com.
.com, thank you.
Remember the fancy spelling of theater with the E at the end.
Yeah, sorry, THEATRE.
Yeah,
that's right.
Spell it that way. Although if you spell it the wrong way, I think it'll still be nearby.
It'll get you there.
But anyway, go there and you can learn more about the CAPS program and obviously get tickets to this show here and any upcoming show. And of course you can learn more about, supporting everything else. So I definitely check that out, or better yet, like and follow the Community Little Theater's Facebook page. That's a great way to stay up to date on shows and different events and things that are happening there. If you want to get involved in any way, shape, or form, whether it's on the stage or behind the stage, there's or in the boardroom. I'm sure they're always looking for new folks to help and serve on the board as well too. So if you'd love to be a part of that, even if you don't feel boastful enough to sit on a stage and perform, but you love theater and love to support it, there's lots of ways for you to be involved and not have to belt a note
absolutely. We have a lot of people who show up at every production who have never been on stage. They're working the lobby, they're working backstage. That's their contribution, and we always need folks to do every aspect of it.
Every production requires a sea of people to make the magic happen behind stage. Costume folks, set folks, makeup folks, to stage direction, to your producers, making sure everyone's where they need to be and all of that.
That's right.
That there's a whole entourage of people that make that thing happen that you never see, putting makeup on or standing on the stage.
It takes us right now. It takes us over 2 years from the time we decide on a play until it's produced.
Yeah,
we'd have to know that far out so we can get all of our ducks in a row, all of our rights done,
royalties
everything done.
And
so it's weird because directors are submitting plays right now for 2023. 2020. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah, people don't realize there's a lot of moving parts behind that stuff. So best way for you to really, is to come support it. Come out and participate in this show coming up here.
That's right.
Get involved in the other programs. If you'd love to actually, be a part of the Community Little Theater, please reach out. Shoot a message through Facebook or come out to one of these events and grab any of the cast or crew that's there and say, hey, I want to do some of this stuff. Let me do that. Again, one more time on the actual play itself. It's called Mother Goose Gets Eaten by Werewolves. It's going to be happening the first 2 weekends of December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 3rd and 4th, those are evening performances at 7:30. And then Sunday, the 10th, will be a matinee at 2:30. 2:30.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend, they'll do it all over again, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. 10th and 11th, those 7:30 p.m. performances. The 12th will be a 2:30 matinee. Easy way to get tickets, go to the RoswellTheater.com website. Again, spell theater right. You'll see the scroll there for the different shows.
That's right.
Probably the first one or two will be Mother Goose Gets Eaten by Werewolves. Click on that link. Then you'll find the thing, pick how many seats you want, and do all that, pay for it. And then bada bing, bada boom, you hit pay. And then when you come out that night, you go in and say, hey, I got 2 tickets coming to me, and they'll give it to you and have fun.
There you go.
That's right.
Just listen to the Mike Winters Show because tickets are coming.
That's right. Or I get a free one here to come see our performance.
That's right.
And like you said, just come see it. And this one's going to be fun because
it should be fun.
It's not like one of these deep love stories or anything where you got to pay attention. You're going to be crying or any.
Right.
I'm going to be boo-hooing the whole time on this thing. No. This is teeth out, laugh, and have
should be
fun.
A lot of fun.
Tears of laughter.
Yeah.
And fun for all ages.
Yeah. Yep. And I think it's a great way to introduce folks to theater because I get it. The people that don't want to go, that are kind of not for theater are kind of, because they don't want to hear the singing and all the drama and all that stuff with it. And this is not
that play.
Yeah, this is just fun and having a good time. And think of it a way. I always like to compare, and this is because I was in Boy Scouts and everything, and you'll be around the campfires and telling skits and stories. Think of it as that kind of entertainment, but way more professional.
That's right. That's right.
But in the same vein as
Oh,
fun.
absolutely.
That's what I mean by it. It's that same kind of fun.
Good fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the weekend after.
Yes.
So this is why we're here today.
This is number 2. This is and the second annual, I guess.
It is back, folks.
Yeah.
It's back. Santa's Talent Search 2021.
That's right.
It'll be Saturday, December 18th. And we are very excited to come back again this year. We had a great time last year. Mike, you were a big part of that, and so was Dan.
Yeah,
and,
both of Dan and I were we were blown away by some of the talent that took to the stage. All the talent, really, that took to the stage last year.
Yeah.
And I imagine we're going to be blown away again this year, too.
That's the plan.
Absolutely. I think so. People are excited.
Now we're at that part where we need you, that talent part, to come sign up and participate.
That's right. Audition information is on our website right now. We're taking applications up, I believe, through November 30th.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be a really short turnaround because this show is literally the weekend after the other play closes.
Yeah.
So,
right before Christmas.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're going to be tearing down that stage on a Sunday and putting up the talent show stage Sunday night. And
you're not spreading yourself too thin at all.
Not at all. No,
No,
I'm great. I swear, I'm fine. I'm not too tired. No, it's going to be a blast, and we're very excited about it. And we've got some sponsors who have helped us out this year, which we're really glad about. Roswell Ford, thank you guys. You're making this possible this year. Anderson Bethany, who helps us out a lot. And Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, our friend Dan here, has been a huge supporter of the theater, both on and off stage.
That's why they let Dan. I'm just kidding. That's
right.
That's why they let Dan help out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Got to buy your way in.
That's right. Hey,
gotta do what you gotta do, right? But in all seriousness, we're joking. But big thank you, because it would not happen, especially with the COVID, where you guys haven't been able to generate the kind of revenue you would hope to in those 2 years. We've talked about this plenty of time. There's a major roof replacement situation that you guys got to have done here.
It's ongoing now.
And so that's a lot of expenses that are being incurred right now.
Yes.
Community Little Theater is very fortunate. One of the few, really in the few in the country, I think, that have a full-on theater in their own place where they can really.
Right.
A lot of community theaters are at the mercy of some other venue, or you know what I mean. They're beholden to their times and availabilities, and you guys are pretty fortunate where you kind of. We pick our schedule, pick our shows. It's our building. We get to do what we want here.
Yeah.
But so the bad side of that is you got to pay for it all yourself.
Maintenance and upkeep and expense. Yes.
So so come support it. Come out and check me. If this is your first show to come out and see Mother Goose here gets eaten by werewolves, then awesome. Come on out and then come see the Santa's Talent Search the week later here.
Yeah.
And because that's going to be equally as fun.
Yes.
We have fun with that. We have our judges. There are our guest Christmas celebrity judges
that
will be doing their thing, and the talent level. Turns out we have people that are kind of talented in Roswell. I didn't realize we had as many. And singing that you're like, is that from someone local or?
That's right.
It's like that kind of sounds like they should be like singing with Adele or something. You know,
Right.
They that kind of talent.
There is talent here for sure.
And here's the best part, folks. For those of you that come and participate in this show, first place in our competition, $500 this year.
Nice.
$500 for first place. I mean, come on, you're singing in your shower right now. You're listening to Mike's show and you're singing along and with Mike's show. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on out. You got your kids. I think one thing we would love to see is we would love to see some businesses in town. I mean, get the folks from the accounting department out there and, have them go against the folks in the maintenance department.
Absolutely,
right? Come on, let's get some folks in there. But singing, dancing, our only rules are it has to be family friendly and it can't be so dangerous that it's going to get us shut down.
Yeah,
so,
That's right.
Nothing being shot out of cannons or anything being shot at something.
I think that's might be a taboo subject in this state right now.
Well, like
right,
like if you watch America's Got Talent, those ones where they generally have to go outside.
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
None of those.
Yeah, we're not going outside.
When you see a bunch of fire engines and ambulances in the background, that's probably a warning sign right
So
there.
we got to leave the set to go do it somewhere else.
Yes.
Probably those are out the window.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
but yeah, if you want to do stand up, or if you want to do maybe a dance routine
Sure.
or a gymnastics routine,
Absolutely.
or
Yeah.
singing, or maybe you're a ventriloquist, or maybe you want to do like a stilts act or something. I don't
No,
know.
I
If
mean,
it's something involves the bending, like gymnastics, but more dance, whatever that is,
Sure.
where they
Yeah.
get stacking on each other and do. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys do some of that stuff,
Right.
right?
It can be solo. It can be group acts.
Yeah. And children, adults, if you have talent and want to display it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's family friendly and not super dangerous, then come on and do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Again, you find your entry forms for that at the website roswelltheater.com.
That's right.
And get those. But what's the deadline to get those submissions in?
So November 30th, we're
Okay.
getting your forms in for auditions. There's a $25 fee. If you don't get selected for the show, we refund that to you.
Okay.
But that just helps us process everything and make sure
Sure.
people are on board with yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there'll be a couple rehearsal dates prior to the show, so you have to make sure that you're available for the rehearsal dates
Yeah.
and the shows, obviously. But
Yeah, and that's a chance for you to practice your act on stage and
Absolutely.
everything, and get you some rehearsal
Get
time
the feel
there.
for it.
Yeah.
But also for us to set the show pattern and
Right.
get the acts lined up, and so
Yeah.
so when the audience comes that evening to watch the performance, we have a pattern and a flow to it, and we
Absolutely.
know how it's going to
Yeah.
happen. So, but the practice is you're not being judged. You're just
Right.
get to practice your
Yeah.
act, and
That's
And
right.
for
we get
some
to see
acts,
what it's
that's
like.
their very first time on stage. A couple of the acts last year had never performed. So, I mean, even to an empty audience when they were rehearsing last year, it was interesting to see
Sure.
folks get up there and, work through the nerves.
And Dan, I mean, because we watched all those acts,
Right.
you could kind of see the progression from for some of these acts from the beginning to what after those couple weeks of rehearsals and things, and how it spawned from the first time to performance night. And that was
Absolutely.
kind of fun to watch. And we as judges, I think we got a kick of that, to seeing the maturation process of some of these kids through the whole thing. It was
Yeah.
really cool. So.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they started the first rehearsal and where they ended on the big night performance, there was a lot of growth in a short amount of time.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's right.
And I say kids, it was some of the adults too, you'd see them perform and, a little more nervous, apprehensive. By the end of it, they're, hands flailing out and they're,
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was great.
So if you want to be in the talent show,
That's
please, please visit the website, get your entry signed up, start putting your acts together here,
Yeah.
and then mark it on your calendars there for December 18th to come out and root on and cheer for your favorite acts and be a part of the audience and feel, because the fuller the audience, the more fun and the better the acts usually are, because the crowd's into it and everybody's into it. So
And the judges are going to pick first, second, and third, but the audience also gets a choice again this year. So the audience, everybody who comes in gets a ticket. You get to vote for your favorite act. You could buy extra tickets to vote for your favorite act. So, come out and support your favorite act too.
Sure.
And,
So it's like a people's choice kind of a.
Yes.
and the judges will pick the actual winner
gotcha.
of the overall competition. But yeah, there will be a people's choice also.
Cool.
And we're going to have some great raffles available there this year. So any of you businesses out there that would like to donate some stuff,
Sure.
Please get in touch with us. I'll give you an email address here in just a minute. But we can always use stuff for raffles, for gift baskets, things like that.
We're going to have some vendors in the lobby this year, too.
I was getting ready. We're going to allow some vendors in this year. So if you have some holiday craft items or whatever, again, when I give you the email address here in a minute, contact us. I think we're going to do like $25 a table. We should have 5 or 6 tables available. If a couple vendors had a little bit of small stuff and wanted to split a table, we could work with them on that.
Sure, gotcha.
So we're trying to make more of a of a holiday theme around it and give people
Absolutely.
more to do while they're there.
A bigger event.
Exactly.
Bigger event.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is by chance the sleigh back this year for photos? Or are we working on that? Or?
I don't know if we're going to have the sleigh back this year because we're going to do vendors inside. We kind of need that floor space. But,
yeah, it is take up some space, but it's pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty. Possibly, if the weather's right, maybe it could be outside.
Maybe,
but
yeah.
the lobby, we really want to make it.
You
want
to fill it up.
So
Gotcha.
having vendors with their goods and wares and crafts for sale.
Yeah.
Was kind of important to us this year.
I understand that absolutely.
Yeah,
and we are working on having Santa there for pictures.
All right.
So
Very
hopefully
good.
we should have Santa that you get your pictures with and everything. We had quite a few people do that last year because Santa wasn't at the mall, if I remember. So
yeah,
that's
COVID
right.
and all that. Yeah,
that's
so,
right.
Well, cool.
So we should have Santa there, and again, it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, last we had a blast last year.
Yeah,
and,
it was great.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, it's December 18th. It's about a week out from Christmas
Yeah.
so it might be close enough for some of your out of town family and friends are in town for the holidays, and bring them out too, and make
Absolutely.
it a whole family fun thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
So hopefully, again, that'll be December 18th. But
Yes.
but between now and then, don't forget
Right.
we've got Mother Goose Gets Eaten by Werewolves. Again, that'll be the first 2 weekends of December.
Correct.
Get your tickets right now, roswelltheater.com. Be listening here on the radio over the next week or two here for your chance to be getting some free tickets.
That's
here.
right.
It may not even do it on the radio. I might just be like walking around eating a sandwich and be like,
giving them away.
You look like a theater guy.
You hear that, folks? If you see Mike out walking around, what he's saying is he wants you to come up to him and ask him for some tickets.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, but you better be nice because I mean, you gotta wow me. I'm just saying, just don't say come up and ask me. I want a story. I want something to remember you by. You're gonna hurt me.
There you
You're
go.
gonna walk out the building and somebody's gonna be doing backflips down the sidewalk in front of you, like, "Where's my tickets, man?"
That's right.
You know
That's
what?
right.
If you do that, I'll be like, you earned this.
Exactly.
You were willing to do that. I'll give you 2.
There you go.
There you go.
Whoa.
There you go.
All right, you made an impression, folks.
That's right.
But yes, come out, have fun, and if you'd love to be a part of this, reach out. Come
Yeah,
on out,
please.
Always looking for new members, new people to come and be a part of it. Whether you want to help with the kids in the CAPS program, or work with some of the stage shows and production, or if you want to be an actor, or if you'd love to serve on the board, maybe you love theater and things, but maybe your role as a business and things like that, you serve better there on the board. They can always. I'm sure they're always looking for fresh faces to come and give ideas and be a part of the things there, too.
Absolutely.
Or tax-deductible donations are always welcome.
Yeah,
That's right.
Big checks or big briefcases full of cash are always nice.
Yes, they are.
Right.
Unmarked
Yeah.
bill. I'm just kidding.
That's right. And then of course after Werewolf we have I think 4 Old Broads is the next play that's in
Coming
production.
up in February.
Yeah, and they will be doing auditions here in December, and then we're very excited. A bunch of us are very excited because we are doing Clue in the spring.
Yes.
It is the staged version of the movie Clue.
Okay.
That's right.
So all you people who want to act and actors and actresses out there, there's a bunch of characters. Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum, all these characters. We're going to need a lot of people for Clue. So
That's right. It's a big production.
it will be a very big production. We're all very excited about that one.
Although, I ain't going to lie, I love Tim Curry in the movie version, and it's so hard to not do the Tim Curry in your head
Yes.
because he nailed it.
He did. He really did. Yeah.
That's my only,
I know.
I'm
he
clouded
was-
by Curry.
Yeah.
It's true. Maybe somebody in town can act just like him.
It
Yeah,
could
who
be.
knows? Yeah, you
You never know.
I
Maybe
know
there's
that-
a Tim Curry in you.
That's right. Oh, I mean,
We all got a little Tim Curry in us.
I know when I first heard it, I'm like, oh man, I want to audition for the Tim Curry part. And then I watched the movie a few weeks ago, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I could pull that off. That's going to take a lot of energy and whatever. So,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe I could be Mr. Body.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll be the rope.
I'll be the rope.
That's right.
But yeah, come on out. Again, like and follow the Roswell Community Theater on Facebook. That way you're reminded all the time, every time you get on social media of some of these events we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Go to the website, get your tickets now for any of the things we're talking about here. Mother Goose gets eaten by werewolves, or the Santa's Talent Search tickets. Is that
It's kind of a
be
separate
available?
thing, but from our normal, if you buy the season tickets for the plays, you get all the plays. But the talent show is kind of a separate, it's a
But
special
extra. Will that be sold online in advance, or is that strictly at the door?
Yeah,
It's
you can get the
available
tickets.
online.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can get
so
the
is it like right now they can get them, or is it going
They
to be?
should be available now.
Perfect.
We'll have to
I was
double check
saying
the
it, I was
website.
like, well, Mike, hold on, you might have to wait, but no, it's there right now. Get your tickets. That way you got your tickets set for December 18th, and then either one or two or both of those first 2 weekends of December for Mother Goose gets eaten by werewolves here.
So Roswell Theater with the E, THEATRE.com, or for any of this stuff with the talent show, we got an email address for you. It's going to be a tough one to remember. It's Santa's Talent Search at gmail.com.
Santa's Talent Search at gmail.com.
That's right. If you get your applications, if you want to donate, Whatever you want to do, you can contact us through that.
Booth.
Okay.
That's right. Inquire about a booth. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Any of that
Like
stuff.
to be a vendor at the booth?
That's right.
That's
Just
right.
contact us, santastalentsearch@gmail.com.
Awesome. Good deal. And let's start getting together. And then, like I said, making plans. Come. Hey, Thanksgiving around the corner. Got family here. Maybe get a pack of tickets, present them at Thanksgiving, say we're all going to go see a show together.
right.
That's
here
right.
Next weekend, come get ready. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Mike, thanks for having us back. We appreciate it.
Now go
Thank
to
you
your
very
day
much.
jobs. I know both you got to hit the streets. Thank you guys.
All right.
We'll talk to you again
Great.
soon.
Thank you
okay?
very much,
Thank
Mike.
you, Mike.
All right. It is 7:54. Let's do a quick break before news. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. First off, breaking news as a Roswell teenager was arrested Thursday, accused of firing gunshots at another person outside a preschool in the western part of the city Wednesday morning. Eric Madrid, who is 17, is charged with shooting at or from a motor vehicle in the incident in which nobody was hit by the shots. The target of the shots, a male who was walking at the time near the Parkview Early Literacy Center in the 1700 block of West Alameda, was seen running from the scene after the shots were fired. A major power grid improvement project launched in 2014 to support southeast New Mexico's electric reliability and economic development efforts has now reached a significant milestone with the completion of a new high-voltage transmission line in southern Eddy and Lee counties. David Hudson, the president of Xcel Energy, says Eddy and Lee counties have seen phenomenal economic growth in the past 15 years. Xcel, he says, will continue to invest in upgraded and new lines and substations in order to ensure the necessary capacity for that continued growth. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good through the weekend with high pressure in place over the southwestern states, and our temperatures will be warming up a little bit. Still pretty comfortable today with mid to upper 60s, and we should get plenty of sunshine down to the low and mid 30s overnight and clear. Then tomorrow we're back in the mid to upper 70s and sunny, low to mid 70s and fair weather again on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
This is another commercial from your friends at Roswell Ford, so you're probably expecting to hear about all the great deals here at the Tailgate Nation. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. First, we want to talk about buying a car from you. Roswell Ford is looking for gently used, late model cars and trucks, and if you have one, we're prepared to pay top dollar for it, even if you're not ready to buy anything from us. Just bring it in and see how much it's worth. You'll probably be surprised. And if you are looking to trade up, Roswell Ford has 27 trucks, 30 SUVs, 22 cars, the largest pre-owned selection in southeastern New Mexico, like a Jeep Cherokee for just $10,900, a Ford Escape for just $11,900, and a Jeep Patriot for only $16,400, a Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT, just $19,900. And Roswell Ford backs each one with a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you won't be second-guessing yourself. Buying or selling, you can't go wrong when you're doing business with the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford.
I read a quote once that said, "When you blame others, you give up your power to change." Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage.
We all want to play the victim at times. It even feels good to feel sorry for ourselves. But that puts a lid on our life. It stunts our growth, it damages our marriages, and if you have children, it can even hurt them.
It can seem like a daunting task to take responsibility for our actions. But the Bible says in Philippians 4:13, we can do everything through Christ who gives us strength.
If you've never experienced the love of God, then you don't know your true potential and don't realize how good God is. When you're feeling like a victim, turn to God. He'll give you the strength to move beyond yourself and help you have a victorious marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
There's magic in the air. The 40th Annual Holiday Magic Art and Craft Show. Friday and Saturday, November 19th and 20th at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds, featuring a variety of unique handmade creations by artists, artisans, and crafters from New Mexico and Texas, mixing returning favorites with many new exhibitors. Featured artists include Judy Alvarez and Wandine Phipps from Artesia, New Mexico. Find an array of unique crafts such as fine art, jewelry, pottery, glass and woodwork, women's and children's apparel, leatherwork, stuffed bears, and sweet green chili. Tasty treats like pumpkin rolls by Deborah Lucas, Keek's Thai, Sandra's Roasted Corn, mini donuts by Karen Hendricks, and plenty more. Door prizes including nativity sets, paintings, gift certificates, and more. Admission is $2 and kids 12 and under are free. Google Holiday Magic 2021 to learn more. Holiday Magic, November 19th and 20th at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds. Put a little magic into your holiday season.
As part of the ongoing effort to keep the roads of New Mexico safe, we would like to share a list of things you should never attempt behind the wheel of your automobile.
Texting your friends, wrestling your friends, eating a sandwich, making a sandwich, hugging your kids, buckling your kids, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, adjusting your seat, rubbing your feet, reading the paper, using a shaver, applying makeup,
You get
applying
the
to
point.
college.
A large number of car crashes occur when the driver is doing something other than driving. Drive safe, New Mexico.
Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Transportation and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and the station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, no, I'm growing like a bamboo. Here's Mike Winters.
And we're closing in on 8 o'clock. Stay tuned. Sheriff Mike Harrington will be here next hour. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden holds a cabinet meeting today to talk about how to spend approximately $1 trillion.
Ahead of Monday's signing of the bill, the president will sit down with his cabinet secretaries this afternoon to talk about making the infrastructure deal a reality for the American people. The bill is something the White House is cheering, but inflation has intensified, and Mr. Biden acknowledges that consumer prices are too high. Those high prices have hurt him in the polls as Americans are increasingly worried about the economy. Greg Clugston, Washington.
An appeals court has granted former President Trump's request to delay today's scheduled release of White House documents to the Congressional Committee investigating the January U.S. Capitol riot. The former president contends the materials are covered under executive privilege. Oral arguments planned at the end of the month. Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski announcing her re-election bid.
The Alaska lawmaker repeatedly has bumped heads with former President Trump and even voted to convict Trump in his second impeachment trial. Trump endorsed one of Murkowski's leading opponents, Kelly Tshibaka, in June. And in July, the Alaska Republican State Central Committee endorsed Tshibaka after Murkowski's impeachment vote. Mike Hempen, Washington.
Senator Ted Cruz calls it yet another catastrophic national security failure for Joe Biden. Iran-backed Houthi rebels have raided a compound that had housed the U.S. Embassy in Yemen, taking Yemeni employees of the U.S. government hostage. Texas GOP Congressman Dan Crenshaw writing on Twitter that within a month of taking office, Joe Biden removed the Houthis from the terrorist watch list. This is the awful price of showing weakness to our enemies. The State Department says behind the scenes, diplomatic efforts continue to free the captives. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 67 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 3388 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 3388. Enjoy.
Thousands of migrants remain stranded on the border between Belarus and Poland. The BBC's Adam Easton in Warsaw.
On one side, you've got Belarus and Russia, and they're sending nuclear-capable bombers to patrol the Belarusian airspace, Russia, that is. You've got the Belarusian President, Alexander Lukashenko, saying, if the EU extends the sanctions against my regime, I will cut off the gas to Poland and Germany, to Europe. And on the other side, you've got the European Union and the United States saying, this is unacceptable. You're endangering people's lives by pushing them across the border.
And Turkey's Civil Aviation Authority says that country is halting airline ticket sales to Iraqi, Syrian, and Yemeni citizens wanting to travel to Belarus, which, in recent months, has become a route for migrants and refugees who are trying to enter the European Union. News and analysis at townhall.com. Johnson & Johnson says, time to split.
The company is separating the division that sells Band-Aids and Listerine from its medical device and prescription drug business. Johnson & Johnson says the division selling prescription drugs and medical devices will keep Johnson & Johnson as its name. The new consumer health company will house brands including Neutrogena, Aveeno, Tylenol, Listerine, Johnson's, and Band-Aid. A name was not disclosed for the new company. Details are few, but the company expects the split to occur in the next 2 years. Jeremy House reporting.
The presiding judge delivering some instructions to the jurors in the Kyle Rittenhouse homicide trial in Kenosha, Wisconsin. After the defense and the prosecution rested, the jurors now are off for a long weekend. But they are due back in the courtroom on Monday, and that is when closing arguments in the Rittenhouse trial are expected. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday. Yes, welcome to it.
Mm-hmm.
You made it. We're here. And it's going down.
That's right. I was going to say, I'm sorry, Mario, but your weekend is in another castle. But no. You made it. Level 8-4. You just beat it. The princess is yours.
Well, welcome to it.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Friday. Don't forget we have a cornucopia of high school sports for you today.
A regular plethora. I heard somebody pronounce the word plethora, and it made me so mad. I'm like, is that like a thing?
I've never heard anybody say plethora.
Neither have I. But they literally said plethora. And I was like, it makes me mad because it hits my ear like another word.
Yeah, you know, this one, you say that, and here's my one that annoys me.
What's that?
I see, commercials a lot. And I watch, like, a lot of commercials, and they have a lot of the for hearing places.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, you see the ones, and tinnitus is one of the popular things. And so all the commercials talk about if you're having problems with tinnitus, come get your thing with tinnitus. And then there's this ear specialist that has a commercial that I hear every once in a while. And she says tinnitus.
Oh, no.
Instead of tinnitus.
That sounds very British.
And it drives me insane. I was like, why are you the only one?
Tinnitus?
Everyone else calls it tinnitus. Why do you say tinnitus?
Right, I've never heard tinnitus. That would infuriate me.
And I'm like, is she a rube or is everyone else a rube?
or
who's the rube here?
Who's the rube? Or are you like trolling us? Yeah, it's like when you hear somebody that you thought was like a really smart person just mispronounce a word like that. kind of really messes things
Well,
up.
I don't think she's pronounced Miss. I think that's how
This is a house of learned doctors.
But it drives me nuts. Like, why do you say tinnitus while the rest of the industry say tinnitus?
Because what do you know that we don't? Are you in like some kind of secret club that y'all know how to pronounce it right?
Yeah. It's like it's Max von Sydow all over again. Like my whole life, everyone's calling him Max von Sydow. Then the guy gets an award like before he dies, and like he's Sydow all of a sudden.
All right.
I'm like, what happened here?
Right.
Everyone called him Sydow till like yesterday.
And okay, so because the person that I heard say it was generally like it was British, but like a smart person, well spoken. I just thought, oh my God, have I been saying it wrong my whole life? Like I questioned it because this person, there's no way this person would say it plethora. Oh, it's infuriating. I'm so sorry. But yes, a plethora of high school activities this weekend.
Yeah, we do. Of course, at 10 o'clock here, right at the end of our show here today, we will have playoff volleyball as the Goddard Lady Rockets and the Artesia Lady Bulldogs square off in the first round of the playoffs, volleyball playoffs. Winner of that game will play in the semifinals at 6 p.m. this evening. The loser of that game will fall into the loser's bracket and will play at 2 o'clock today.
Yes, sir.
If the Goddard Lady Rockets fall to Artesia, we will have the 2 o'clock game right here on 106.5.
Right.
If Artesia loses, then that 2 o'clock game will be on KSVP. Now, the 6 o'clock game tonight, if Goddard wins it, that 6 o'clock game will be on our sister station, 990 AM KSVP. If Artesia wins that game, or is playing in the 6 o'clock game, the game will also be on 990 AM KSVP. Unfortunately, we can't do football and volleyball on the radio at the same time because we have football tonight. Pregame and everything will get underway about 6:50 or so for the Roswell Coyote and Goddard Rocket football playoff matchup.
Right.
That's happening at the Wool Bowl tonight. That game we will have for you. The Roswell Coyote audio will be right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, and their video of that broadcast, ksvptv.com, in the Roswell Coyote channel. For the Goddard Rockets, you will be able to hear audio of that broadcast on our sister station, 106.1 FM Fiero, the Goddard audio from that one.
Right.
And then you can watch the game in the Goddard Rocket channel, ksvptv.com. The actual video itself will be the same for both broadcasts. The audio is what's different. We'll have our Roswell guys doing the Roswell stuff and our Goddard folks doing the Goddard stuff.
Right. Wow.
Okay.
Do you get all that? And I gotta give you props.
That's just today.
I gotta give you props because you didn't even look at notes. That was just prattled off the top of the head.
Yeah.
Off the dome. So well played.
Joby Hotling is in Albuquerque. He's going to be calling all of our volleyball games today. Kelly McDonald is heading up to Albuquerque tomorrow to call any and all games that we're going to be doing tomorrow. Now, of course, if Goddard and Artesia lose twice today,
right,
then neither will be playing on Saturday. So, but I got a feeling, Goddard's a 2 seed. I gotta,
things are moving for the Rockets.
I mean, I'm just saying I imagine we've got to have at least one school playing for championships tomorrow, right? So, but we'll have, and then the Saturday games, that should be on KEND because Artesia is playing a football game at like 1 o'clock tomorrow on KSVP and KSVPTV.com.
Right.
So, yeah, Roswell and Goddard play tonight. Artesia plays their playoff game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I think I got it all there. If it was confusing, I apologize.
Dang, high school sports, Rain Man.
Well, it's just there's so much.
Oh, I know.
It's so many moving parts right now. So.
And it all depends. It all depends on what happens in the next round. And it's it's a real hassle for somebody who makes promos. Just for the record.
Right. They keep changing everything. Oh, well, that's been the fun part of high school sports and COVID because nothing is as what it seems. You hear the time, oh, wait, it'll change 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
The location will change 2 times.
Okay, so whether you were trying to do any kind of sport during the pandemic or run a restaurant, just understand that everything's going to change every other week.
Exactly.
I have 16 different versions of 16 different commercials for 16 different places.
True that.
Which is fun because you're like, oh no, go back to version B. Yeah, the governor decided we're in B mode this week.
Yeah, and then maybe that's what we should do. That way we can categorize them better.
I was making that joke to literally to Jasmine the other night. I was like, well, I guess I could just make a promo for all possible occurrences. And I'm like, no, and she didn't laugh. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm going to have to do, isn't it? I'm going to have to do that. I'm just, yep. Run all possible scenarios.
I remember like years ago, and it would be we'd have to play the scenario game,
right?
And it was like, all right, Saturday could go in 3 different directions. If they lose here but win here and go here, they're going. So there was like 3 or 4 different scenarios that could happen.
Right.
And I remember a couple times on a Friday sitting in here making 6, 7 promos that only one of which will actually play on the air. And not sure which one it will be until it was time to put it back in.
So in the eventuality that one of the teams tonight beats the other, obviously that's going to happen, they're going to play the winner of the Artesia game next week? Is that how this is going to...
Talking about volleyball or football?
Football. The reason I'm asking
No,
is...
football... Goddard and Goddard and Roswell are on the same side of the bracket.
Okay.
Artesia's on the opposite side. So the only way Artesia will face either Goddard or Roswell,
I'm going to need to look at that bracket.
will be in a championship bracket or a championship game. That's the only way Artesia will face Goddard. Now, they put Goddard and Roswell on our side, so they're facing off early here, and then,
All right, well, no phone calls this afternoon, all right? I'm going to be booked.
Sheriff Mike Harrington going to be joining us here in just a little bit. And, I think, anyway, I don't think it's as bad as you think.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, it could be worse.
I always make things worse up here. That way when it's not that bad, it's like, oh, you just made a bigger deal of it than you should have.
I just aged myself 10 years for no reason.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It'll all wash out in therapy. It's fine.
I know, but then when you start taking blood pressure meds, they start, you got to start worrying about stress and things.
That's true.
That's my problem. I get mad too easily.
I'll tell you this, there's one good thing about having high blood pressure is you get a little pinprick, you can take somebody out from across the room.
Yeah, they frown upon that.
Take somebody's eye out with that stuff.
Yeah. Big thank you to McDonald's, as they do each and every Friday. Big thanks to them. Swing by any any of your 2 McDonald's here, soon to be 3.
Yes.
Here in Roswell or Artesia or Carlsbad. They got you covered too. And McRib season. 'Tis the season for the McRib. Get yours today. It is 8:16. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a few. Sheriff Mike Harrington and Charles Eastless here. We're going to chit-chat and get an update from them on what's happening at the Sheriff's Department and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show.
Very good.
Before we do anything else, let us get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good through the weekend with high pressure in place over the southwestern states, and our temperatures will be warming up a little bit. Still pretty comfortable today with mid to upper 60s, and we should get plenty of sunshine down to the low and mid 30s overnight and clear. Then tomorrow we're back in the mid to upper 70s and sunny, low to mid 70s and fair weather again on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 41 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 45% with winds out of the north at 12 miles per hour. Cooler today. Expect highs mid-60s. Sunny, 64 officially with northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, skies will be clear with an overnight low of 34. Winds out of the south at around 5 miles per hour. Looking at the weekend, a little warmer for you Saturday. Sunny skies, highs in the mid-70s, 74 officially with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, we're looking at clear skies, overnight low of 42 with winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then Sunday, sunny skies, highs low 70s, 72 officially, north winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies, overnight low of 36, so we'll be a little chilly these next couple nights here. Although, like tonight's a 34, so we're getting close to freezing overnight tonight. And then, of course, Sunday night there, a little bit chilly. Monday, things do warm back up. We're up near 80 and sunny on Monday, 83 and sunny on Tuesday, then back on the mid-70s by midweek next week. All right, it is 8:18. We're going to take about a 4-minute commercial break, and then Sheriff Mike Carrington, Under Sheriff Charles Eastless, join us here in just a bit. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Have you ever searched and searched for something and yet not find it? You know, when you're looking for something, and no matter how hard you look, it never shows up. If you've ever searched this hard, then you know just how desperate God's love is for you. When Jesus walked on this earth, he told 3 stories. One story was how a shepherd left 99 of his sheep to go search for the one sheep that was lost. Then he tells of a woman who searches for her whole house for a coin that she had lost. The third story tells of how a man found his son who had wandered off and squandered all he had. Each of these stories is meant to convey the love for all of his children that God has. Now, before you think, hey, I'm not this person, remember that he made everybody who has breath in them. He loves you, and if you're lost, he is searching for you.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
Welcome to the Asian market. This is Nok. Right now we have a new ingredient like galanga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili to make tom yam goong and tom kha gai. And try out new delicious noodle soup on Saturday. Come see me at the Asian Market, 5702 South Main. Call for order 840-5309.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
If you're faced with a decision on your current job and career path, please consider an advertising sales position with Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company. We have a veteran sales staff to work with and learn from. We represent 5 radio stations and an online platform that reaches thousands of listeners and viewers across the Pecos Valley and beyond. We pay a base salary and expense reimbursement, plus a generous commission plan. Within your first year, you could be earning $35,000 to $40,000 with room for growth. You won't be stuck in an office. You'll have lots of time for your family and will never ask your vaccination status. If you're interested, email jobs@pvbcradio.com and ask to speak with General Sales Manager Thomas Beard today. Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company is an equal opportunity employer.
Pico Propane and Fuels is pleased to join forces with Advanced Energy and Don Davis to serve the Roswell community. For over 25 years, Pico Propane and Fuels has been providing customers with high-quality products and reliable service. Discover the kind of service you deserve. From underground and above ground tank installations to reliable deliveries of propane for your home or business, Pico Propane and Fuels wants to be your go-to partner. Running out of propane in the middle of a hot shower or while grilling outdoors would not be an ideal situation. Sign up for their free Keep Full program with tank monitoring and never worry about running out of propane again. They also offer convenient cylinder exchange and refills. Call Pico Propane and Fuels today, 575-622-7921 for all your propane needs. That's 575-622-7921 or visit them online at picopropane.com. Pico Propane and Fuels. We sell service.
Ladies and gentlemen, So Easy Sewing finally has our most popular sewing machines and sergers back in stock. We have the Zest, our entry-level machine, on sale for $149. We have the Amazing Jazz 2, which boasts a 12-inch throat, on sale for $799, and our number one selling Verve sewing embroidery combo machine on sale for $999. All machines include lifetime instruction on the use of the machine. Hurry in to 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell to claim your new machine before they're gone. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. More than 50% of Americans fall asleep on their sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Chavis County Sheriff Mike Harrington and Under Sheriff Charles Easlis. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing today?
Fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic. It's a Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah.
Although, for you guys, most of us are like, woo, it's Friday. You guys are like, oh, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Time to call in the extra forces here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have the Roswell High Goddard game tonight.
That's a big game tonight.
So,
I'm sure you and RPD will be
second one.
in presence there.
So we'll have a big presence out there. And
we'll have fun out there tonight. It's going to be a great game. I got to be honest. This is going to be. I love this because both teams are pretty, equally matched.
Yes, they are.
And you're like, it could go either way, and that's fun. That's fun. I mean, we got two good teams that are competing against each other. It's great. Yeah.
And I like it because one, it just involves our community, and it allows all these kids to be a part of something that's really an important thing, especially for these seniors.
Yep.
This is going to be a good thing, and I think that now they're gonna be able to get out there and what's funny is they're all friends before the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you get out there, then
it's war.
All the crap talking starts, and then after it's over, they're all back to being friends again. So,
but that's how it always is.
It's how it is, and that's a
local.
good thing.
Yeah,
and
but
really,
I think it's just sports too.
Yeah,
it is.
But
I don't know if you guys
not
played
just
football; it's everything.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys, because I played hockey, and we go to town, and afterwards
beat the heck out of each other.
And then you're slapping each other on the backs and everything afterwards. It's just the game, and you're competing.
I can tell you, I love it. I think it's a good thing for this community, and I think it's good for these kids. And we're going to be out there in numbers, big numbers, and
making
I think
sure everyone's having fun and enjoying the game.
We want you to enjoy the game, have a great time, but you step out of line, and we're going to be right there to make sure.
Just
put
one
you
thing
back in.
to avoid some potential drama here, that you can't buy tickets at the game tonight.
No,
you got to get them in advance.
That is right.
And no paper. You got to show them your smartphone or tablet or whatever.
Oh man!
And for the UR code to scan it. And if you have your family, get them all on one, and that's what they're asking for. Because of COVID and security, everything else, they don't want. And so I know there's probably going to be a few people at the gate that are going to not be aware of this, and there's going to be some.
They may get upset.
So to just save everybody a little bit of hassle. There's a link on the school's
it's
website.
On the RSD website.
The RSD
That's
Facebook
correct.
page. All of that, it's got it right there. Click on that. Get your tickets to that, and that's anything. If you're going to watch volleyball up in Albuquerque,
that's all.
all across the board. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm asking is that it be cold, because when it's really cold, that's football weather, and also it's
and not
when
fighting
it's
weather.
when it's over, everyone's gone.
Well,
they don't stand around and shoot the bull; they are gone.
Sheriff, our overnight low tonight is 34.
All right,
it probably won't be 34 at say 9,
We're
10
almost
tonight.
freezing.
But it should be cold enough for people don't want to hang out.
And as you see now, it's windy, and that wind is what cuts through you. So
Yeah, it's not supposed to be that windy today. I don't know what happened with that. But
I'm for us bigger guys, we're happy that it's windy.
Yeah.
'Cause, it really does cool you off, and it's nice.
especially when you guys are geared up all day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you got
Yeah.
50 pounds of Kevlar and
Yeah.
Lord knows what else on you.
Yeah.
It does get hot out there a little bit.
And
so.
that's the lightest part of us, is what I said. But I'm very excited about this. I think it's going to be a good thing, and it's coming at a time right now where within this community we've had some terrible things that have happened, and the loss of Mickey Reeves and
that was unfortunate.
other things like that. But I can tell you that this is going to bring everybody back up, and we can end the week on some high spirits, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we got, of course, with the weekend here and stuff happening. Of course, we're getting close to the holidays. So there's going to be more events and things
We're
happening.
2 weeks.
So
Amazingly, we're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving already.
I know it's crazy.
It's,
Well,
it's
crazy.
just flying
It's
by.
And
a little over a month and a couple of weeks of Christmas. That's
I know.
crazy.
And that's I know. Christmas is right hot on the heels here.
Yeah.
Which it brings another busy time of year for you
does.
guys.
It
When,
is
when
really.
families get together, unfortunately, the domestic violence does rise during this time of year, or will be during the as we get close to these times.
And the suicides.
Yeah.
We've
People get depressed.
We've been seeing
that's
just a
sad.
uptick in suicides here the last couple of years, and I'm just putting out there to everybody: if you know somebody who is depressed or down and out, and they a lot of these individuals don't ask for help, but you can tell by somebody you've known your whole life if they're on that path, and you got to give them some help. I really don't know right now where the best places to go. We've got some good places here, but to get them to go with you is the hard part. And we've seen just suicide at a high rate, and that's a sad thing, especially when it is close to the holidays.
If you suspect, then you study up on it. Look for the signs, look for things, and some of the warning signs and things are very common, things that are obvious. Some are not so much the case.
That's right.
That, like for instance, when someone's kind of made up their mind that they're going to do it, you might find them to be very pleasant in that time. Because
They've created some calm in their mind and made a decision.
They've come to a peace.
Yeah. That's not uncommon for that to happen. So you're thinking, they're doing better. And it's like they're doing better because they've made their mind up that this is what's going to happen.
An unfortunate, perfect example of a person like that is Robin Williams.
Yes.
He never changed who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would have ever thought in a million years that he would commit suicide. He was his life was spent around making people happy.
Mm-hmm.
But you just don't know what that person has in their own life.
Sure. Yeah.
And if they've spent their life making others happy, it kind of goes back to if you're the counselor, who do you talk to?
Right.
If people come in to talk to you, who do you
who do you
unload
turn
on?
to? Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's
We
want people to know, the sheriff wants people to know there's people out there.
Yes. Reach out, talk to people, you never stop trying, be on the lookout.
And
Just
stress comes at all levels.
Be observant, and it's been probably more stressful than other times in the last 2 years for a lot of people, just because
especially
of the
coming
environment
off
of
the
world.
COVID and off the lockdowns.
Yeah, especially if they're employment. There's been other issues
Lost
created by
loved
this
ones.
over this time. Yeah,
Sure.
that's the recipe. It just is. So be mindful of it, especially during holidays where people get more a little more reminiscent during this time, especially if they're missing family for the first time this holiday season. Let's all look out for each other. And of course, the sheriff's department, all law enforcement, they're going to be doing the same. They're going to be they're helping people and making sure that they're getting to where they need to get to. And if something's because I imagine for you guys, more of your cases don't go from criminal to helping people, not so much criminal. Just these are people who need help. Before they get to something criminal or worse.
And we're doing that. One thing about the sheriff's office right now, and it's something that we do we do community involvement of all sorts of things, which means going to your community event. It can mean, taking Christmas presents, or just like the other day, doing the Toys for Todd escort or the Veterans escort, or doing whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
It's a part of this, and we want people to know that we're not only out there fighting crime, but we're out there serving this community in every way possible.
Absolutely.
To make this a better place. But that's one thing I wanted to say about Roswell. I have seen more people come out of the woodwork to help people than you have ever seen. Yeah. And what I mean by that is that whenever you've got somebody who's had a loss, or someone's house burns down, or a tragic scenario, these people are coming out of the woodwork and they help them. And that to me is so important, but also impressive.
They give
especially in today's times. It's the government tried to scare us away from being around people. Well, it's just drawing us closer together.
Sure.
And I describe it as the same thing as the bombing of that happened in New York on 9/11. They expected that to cause disruption and chaos within the United States. What it is, it brought us together.
Sure.
And we turned around,
so to speak.
we turned around and went and kicked their butt. So, but that's what happens here is the people come together, and that's why, like tonight with the football game and all these things, even those who don't have an interest really in either team, but for football, they go out there because it's a community event.
Sure, it's a fun time.
And it's a fun time. Get you out of the house.
Come out,
get to enjoy it.
Get to cheer and clap.
So,
eat some popcorn and candy. Yeah,
so it really
Hot
is
chocolate.
a good thing.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of that, and we've got a lot more to go. Like I said, you got Christmas coming up.
We have several events coming up.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of things.
Let me ask real quick, because I know you guys constantly do this. Like you were asking for Halloween candy here to give out to the kids. What about like during the Christmas? I know like whenever you guys come on, say a child with about to be taken into foster care, or anytime there's a child in a scenario there, a lot of times your deputies will keep like a little toy or like
teddy bears,
stuff to for the kid to kind of give it a sense of coolness. I imagine you guys could probably use some more donations like that as far as like little stuffed bears or just knick-knacky kid stuff. Yeah. Things that they would like and enjoy. It doesn't have to be over the top crazy, just little things,
simple things.
Yeah, like I don't know the latest technology, but those little egg Tamagotchi, things like that. Stuff that
one of the
kids
things that we've done is we've gone out of our own pocket and we'll buy, believe it or not, some of the best things in the world come from the dollar store.
Yeah.
And he and I have gone out of our own pocket, bought things, put them in the briefing area. The deputies will put them in their vehicles because, especially during the holidays, it gives that child something. Not that they may not get anything, but it gives them something to take their mind off of what's going on.
Sure. And to be honest, too, the kid remembers that. And then they see a law officer, they think, those are the guys that gave me toys. And, they think of law enforcement as a place to help them, not a adversarial thing.
The stuffed animals and all that's really a good thing. But what we've seen here lately that really works are those little poppet things that look like little bubbles.
Love it.
You know those little bubbles?
Assorted colors?
Yeah, they're different colors, but they
I don't have kids, so I don't know.
Just us OCD
so they're
people.
just plastic.
Okay.
But they have little bubbles, so you can pop them down.
So it's like a new version of a fidget spinner kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And when you're dealing with a child in this type of a situation, no matter if they're the victim or if they are now the victim because you're removing them, from a
scenario
situation, when you give them that, they focus on that, and it takes their mind off of a lot of things. It distracts them and
trauma and everything.
That toy is so simple, but really,
effective.
It's like bubble wrap. You just flip it over and go again.
Keep popping it.
But it really does work, and things like that are probably the best things.
Good.
And it also is whenever you give every kid in the house one of those. Now it's kind of like the cell phone where everyone's talking on it. Now they're all over there popping bubbles. So, but
so if you see those, grab
everything had its era. Remember the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah. So very, very good things that we can do. One of the things I wanted to talk about today also was if you'll look in today's newspaper, you're going to see an article in reference to an attorney being upset with me or the sheriff's office for releasing videos on one of our officer-involved shootings. We're releasing every officer-involved shooting. And what she's upset about is, or that attorney's office is upset about, is that we didn't contact the family first. We don't. Because in reality, it doesn't matter what you call and tell the family. They've already got a lawsuit against us. They've got other things going. It's not going to be a good conversation either way.
Gotcha.
And not on my end, on their end. And so it's not about giving you a heads up. We put all the graphic warning. We put everything.
If I remember right, Charles narrates it and kind of goes step by step. And like you said, warnings and everything before.
And the whole thing about this is we are being protested on the courthouse lawn every Saturday. Pretty much every day, it seems like. But it's on Saturdays is the time when they're really out there. And the thing about that is they're calling us murderers. They're wanting me removed from office. They're saying all these things.
They're saying to release the video.
And we get more.
The video is released.
It is, absolutely.
So we're getting, why are you covering this up? Why are you hiding it? Why are you not addressing this in? So we do.
You're being transparent.
We are
we are very transparent.
Exactly what happened.
From day one, the sheriff has said transparency.
Yep.
And that's what we do.
And then people ask, well, why did you wait so long? Well, we have to wait till the investigation is done.
Sure.
Because we don't release anything while the officers are being investigated by the
district attorney's office,
the shoot teams, or whatever there may be by other officers or the district attorney.
Sure.
So we release it as quick as we can, and I can tell you, we sit on that for a very long time while being criticized and being torn apart, and we knew what the video was going to show, and we said, hey, this is what we did. And we made this video. It was not in any way meant to be disrespectful to the family.
Sure. Correct.
It was in every way to show that we did everything right.
And transparency.
And
I watched the video, and I think I shared it and everything else on our
So
transparency is very, very important.
It's very important. Yeah. But, my heart goes out to the family. Don't get me wrong in any way.
The video stated, you said at the end, it's like our hearts go out to the family.
And
but
this is in no way to punish them, to try and
decisions are made by the victim, by the suspect in this situation.
That's right.
And that's where we're at today, and that's unfortunate. And yes, there
law enforcement is a response.
And if one thing you notice when you watch this video, if you haven't had a chance to go check it out, I know it's on our wall. You got to scroll down. It's certainly on the sheriff's department.
It's on our
wall to check out there. If you notice, there's about several scenarios that this could have been stopped by the suspect where it did not. And that's the point I'm making. It's when you're at the point when you have your hands up and then you start reaching for a gun, it's game over there. You can't. The officer has zero wiggle room.
That's right.
To talk you out of it at that point.
Well,
that's especially when you put your hand. That's a sign of surrender.
Yeah.
And so the police officer's like, okay, you've given up. But when then you start digging in your hand again for which turned out to be the gun, if I remember right, when he's reaching in there.
And actually, he didn't have the gun with him.
Okay.
The gun was back in his car.
Yeah.
But the furtive movement that he made,
it looked like a gun.
He really went in and he pulls the entire pocket out of his pocket, and that's what you see coming out. But he's got his hand gripped like it's a gun.
Yeah.
But in the time that to slow it down and put it in stills like we did, you have all the time in the world to Monday morning quarterback this.
Sure.
That's right.
But the reality of it is when we play it in full speed, it's seconds.
Yes.
And you have to make that decision and split based on what you know and based on the furtive movements.
And that's when training kicks in and everything else. And everyone knows this. Even an officer or a person, if they've been trained in certain scenarios or certain tactics,
sure,
even when they are scared to death or they're they don't have the ability for their mind to communicate as fast, their body and their mind act together without you having to think about it.
And if you notice in the video, I'll point this out, as soon as the suspect is on the ground,
the training
and they're on him, they're doing CPR. They're doing medical aid on him right away.
Our job, like all agencies, we are a life-saving organization. And that's what it comes down to. Whether it be the suspect or a victim or anything else. And we react to an action, and then we go right back into that mode. And they did we're very proud of their training. We're very proud of the way they handle themselves. It shows on the video that they, like you said, they go straight from having to commit an act or solve an act, I should say, or stop an act. They go right back into
it's life-saving mode.
Well,
and that's our
role. Job. That's
our role is lifesavers.
And I get, people are raising a stink here. I'm like, well, ask the people that this person victimized, the people he threatened, the people that how they feel about it. Where are their rights? Where it's personal responsibility is something we all have to. If this is how the United States of America works.
That's right.
You want freedoms, you want less government.
You want the freedom of choice.
The cost of that is your personal responsibility.
That's right.
You can't abuse that power. And if you do, there's going to be repercussions for that. And unfortunately, this incident is a result of that.
And what we've seen in this instance as well is the person who was the victim, without the video being released, was one of the ones over on the courthouse lawn with a sign up saying "Justice for," and when the video came out, it showed she's the one who made the call. She's the one who said exactly what he was doing. Put a gun to her head, face,
we don't
and everything.
Make these things up.
But it ends up showing that when everything is over, everybody flip flops on you, and so we have to. I am so thankful that the county has allowed me to spend the $60,000 a year on body cameras. It is the best thing we've ever done. We have car cameras, we have backseat cameras, and we have the front viewing camera on the car. So, and the GPS on every one of those things is awesome. It helps us with everything we do. There's no questioning where my deputy is at, where his car is at, or what he's been doing, because it's recorded. And so when someone comes in and they say, well, I want to make a complaint, I'm like, and I send them to the undersheriff, and the first thing they do is they says, okay, let's watch the video. When they realize there's a video,
they get
because in the heat of passion or the heat of the moment, they can't remember everything they say. But I'm going to show you exactly what was said. I'm going to show you exactly what was done. And then 9 times out of 10, when they walk out of there, they're like, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that happened, or that I said that, or that we did this, or that he did this.
Yeah, you're dealing with people that heighten emotions.
Yes.
With heightened emotions, you tend
you're
to
dealing
do
with humans.
things that are
and
unrational.
dealing with humans.
Right.
Yeah.
I had one come in and chew me out, saying we never responded. I went back, reviewed the video. We had not just one, but 3 deputies there. And then I reviewed the 911 call, and she says, "Don't contact me. I don't want them to know I called." So when I show that to her, she goes, "Oh, I forgot I said that. I apologize. Can I take back that butt chewing I just gave you?" I said, "No, it's okay. But that's all right. Just,
Yeah. So and so to give a little bit of notice, we have 2 more videos that we're going to be releasing of officer-involved shootings, and like I said, it's nothing to the family.
The video shows
it's that
what happened.
We as a law enforcement agency are accountable to the people, and right now, the people, not everybody, I'm talking about the 1% that is very vocal, is screaming, "Why are you not showing us this video? Are you hiding something? Are you doing this?" We're not hiding anything. We just only have a short amount of time to be able to make these videos. And what I mean by that is we're busy working all day long, and we're trying to get them out there. We're trying to make sure that it doesn't show anything that's too something that the family's not going to see and really destroy them. But, if we would have played this video like the news media did and put 2 seconds worth of video up there.
Just cut it up.
It made us look like we didn't do anything by law. And what I mean by that is following the law. And they made it seem that way. So when we put this out, even on this post, there's people who say, when we watched the news broadcast, we thought you guys were guilty. We thought they murdered this guy.
Editing is an amazing tool that they can do to make any scenario look one way or another.
And that's one thing that we do not do. We
play it as it is.
Play it.
Sure.
We stop and start it at a certain point, but there is nothing redacted in the middle.
And it's really, believe me, as the sheriff and as a person who really cares for this community and the people within this community, you never want to see anything like this ever happen. But there's also some officers who were involved in this, some deputies, some police officers from the city. All these agencies are involved in these things, and I'm going to tell you, they're suffering from this as well.
That's right.
You think the families are the only ones that are suffering from this?
Exactly.
No way.
These
deputies, they go straight.
This isn't something they woke up that morning and
they
wanted
don't want to
do.
go out and kill
That's
people.
right.
No one wants to
Nobody
do that.
does.
That's right.
And let me tell you, and I'm going to tell you this, and I've been involved in some things in my career doing this 26 years. You never forget a face that you're working on doing CPR and everything that is right there in front of you.
It's haunting.
It's haunting.
And I'll tell you, you dream about it.
Yep, you
all
dream
the time.
about it. And so these
I don't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, so
you just don't.
The whole
y'all
thing,
take care of yourselves. Just thinking, okay, I'm just make sure y'all talking to people you need to talk to.
And we are lucky to have the pastors who come in and bless us and bless the building and
they're
talk
great
to
to
these
talk to,
guys and
because we talk to them.
and we do
Good,
have
good.
counselors
Absolutely.
that are available and things like that we can get people to. The hardest part is, just like we were talking about a minute ago,
Getting them
is
to do it.
get them to do it.
Sure.
Because
no one wants to admit they have a problem.
No,
especially
Especially early on in their career,
Yeah.
they have to put on this show that they are
so
this
bravado.
new
So
superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to show them, that there's two things that they need to know. One is we're human just like everybody else. We have emotion. And two, we will get past this.
That's right.
We're going to teach them. Your job is to get out there and save the lives of others and to save your life. And if you do those things, this is sometimes the things that are going to happen.
Sure.
And we pray to God that it never happens again. I can tell you, we pray on that over and over and over, but we live in a world right now that there's chaos.
Yeah.
And that there is crime and that there is people out there who are being told law enforcement are the bad guys and they don't listen to you and they do things that put them into this situation, both the officer and the suspect. Mm-hmm. So we are very, very forthcoming to these guys, and I'm also very open and forthcoming to the public at the time that I can be.
Sure.
There's times that we just can't say anything.
Well, there's sensitive material. There's
right.
legalities and personal respect that you have to honor. But at the same time, when you're being accused of brutality or whatever it is, you have a right to say, hey, this is what's going on here because, and this is the lesson we all need to learn is there are for every decision you make, there is a reaction, good and bad.
Good and bad.
Every single decision. That's what being a human and being free is. You've got to learn and understand that and weigh the consequences of that decision and make that. So, it's no different than every other thing you do in life. If you make a decision, there's going to be a good things that happen from that, and there's going to be things that aren't necessarily good from that. And you've got to be willing to understand that and understand the repercussions for that. It's just like you take drugs.
Yep.
Sure, it may not get you this first time, but at some point you keep doing this, it's going to catch up with you.
And the people it affects around you.
Yeah.
That's right. The biggest thing is just like a person when they commit suicide. When they've got it figured out and they know this is what they're going to do, they're only thinking about it easing their pain, not the pain it's getting ready to cause everybody else.
Sure.
But the one thing that I really want to get out there is, we are very compassionate. We have feelings for the families and everyone else out there and say, you know what, we're sorry for your loss, and we're sorry that it went the way that it did, and there's not much more that I can do but say that.
Sure.
And but I do
just
have that. I do pray for them. I pray for my guys, and I pray for me. So the other thing that I wanted to put out there, and I wanted to let people know, on the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, the Facebook changed its whole deal where you can't share to certain pages now. So you can't have brother or sister pages,
Gotcha.
So before I used to be able to go on there and it would go straight out to these other pages automatically.
Gotcha. It would funnel out to the
it
whole
would
thing.
funnel out. Now you can't do that. So it's the stuff that I'm putting out now is just on the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page.
Okay.
So I really need people to go to that page, follow it. If you're on any of my other pages, please go to that page. Go to the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. I don't know why Facebook did what they did, but that is the most complicated change that I have ever seen.
By the time you get it figured out?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I wished I wouldn't have clicked on that update button because you update it and you're thinking, okay, that's going to be, and then it went to complete chaos. So because you can't put some things and it's really crazy. So please go to that if you want to know what's going on, community events or things that we're involved in, as well as the people who we're arresting. And if you're just like with that video that we placed out, we put the pictures of all the drunk drivers that we get. We put out everyone's name who we arrest, unless you're a minor. But then I put juvenile male, juvenile female. Mm-hmm. I even had one person come on there and say, "You mean you're going to arrest an 11-year-old for marijuana? What? Like if it's what? Yeah." Yeah, you can't have it, and it's
like alcohol. 21
and old. I'm going to say, and you're not shocked that an 11-year-old has marijuana?
No, that's
not.
The key
that's
there.
the part that you're not disturbed about.
Right.
And see, that's the whole thing.
Why and how did they get it?
99% of the people are supportive, or let me rephrase that. They are going with the flow.
They understand it.
They just live their life and they don't do much. We have 1% out there that's very loud, and those are the ones that sometimes you're like, "Are you crazy?"
And the internet gives the biggest platform.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Are you serious? You think that it's okay for an 11-year-old to get marijuana? Because let me tell you what's on marijuana today.
Yeah,
fentanyl. They're lacing every drug known to man right now. They're lacing them with fentanyl.
This is stuff on the street and all that.
And it will kill you, and it will kill your kids. Wow. And it doesn't take anything. Of the very smallest amount of fentanyl can kill you. And so when someone makes that comment, all I do is say, God, give them some common sense and give them some sense or something, because they have zero.
Yeah.
And they have no compassion, and they want the world to be a free-flowing deal where that has never worked and it will not work.
And we don't have a problem with adults.
Yeah,
it's legal. That's their choice.
Sure. Yeah, but
the question is
rules
the 11-year-old. There's rules to it.
There's
Again, goes back to decision.
Exactly.
Make a decision.
Just like alcohol.
For me, the craziest thing that ever happened. Well, not the craziest thing, because this governor's done some crazy things. But you legalize marijuana without creating places to sell marijuana.
Sure.
So where are the dispensers? Because you only have medical marijuana. Where are the dispensers? Well, I'll tell you where they're at. They're with the drug dealer. Yeah. That's where they're at. They're with the guy who's now getting medical marijuana, who's selling it to his buddy, or they're growing it, or they're doing whatever. And there is no true way of saying you're getting the cleanest of marijuana, which means there's nothing added to it.
It's not like where they go to distilleries and things, and there's protocols and checking and all that.
Yes.
Right.
That's got to be put in place before you just say, "Here you go, start smoking marijuana."
See, those folks are doing things the way they're supposed to be done.
Sure.
But
that's the medical marijuana side.
Yeah.
They're doing it by the book.
Sure.
But what I'm talking about is...
But your drug dealer on the corner...
recreational.
Yeah, the recreational, there's nobody selling that. You can't go to Walmart. You can't go to Town and Country. You can't go or Stripes. You can't go to any of these places and get it to where it hasn't been laced with something else. And
somebody.
Somebody's
the guy
got
on the corner.
And you don't know what it is. You don't even know if you're getting marijuana, really.
Sure.
We've seen this, but the one thing that I have seen is that the craziest of things were accepted as normal. Now we've seen a change coming to where hopefully there will be some actual normalcy coming back because people are fed up.
Yeah.
And we have seen that. We're moving forward. But I tell people this too shall pass, and we're going to be able to go on. But the one thing is the Chaves County Sheriff's Department is going to be out there making sure you toe the line.
Sure. And if you need help, they're there to help you.
They're here to help us.
And
they're here to help us.
We are proactive in one area, and we are reactive in other areas.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
well, that's life as an officer.
And that is
yes, it is.
That's right.
Jack of all trades and master of them all.
And
it's going to be both. You know?
And we're hoping the proactive slows down the reactive.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
There's no, and really, and you probably have the better job, but there's no better job than the job that we have. And the reason for it is because we see people in the good times and the bad times.
Sure.
And it makes you appreciate what good times that you have, because you do know that there is bad times out there, that there are things happening around you. And, and it's been crazy. We've lost a lot of people this last week, and it's just crazy how fast someone could be gone
this year.
And so it's something you cherish them, you value them, and you hold them close, but you can't control everything that's going to happen. And so that's
you're not guaranteed tomorrow.
That's right.
And
that's it.
We don't learn that lesson until it happens.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right. So
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for
very
having
much.
us.
For everything you guys do.
TGIF.
Yeah, absolutely.
All day.
Yep.
All day. Behave yourselves.
Yeah.
So
Calm
we
down. Enjoy
roll
the
into the
football game.
weekend.
tonight.
Yep. So that's what I said. They asked me, what team are you cheering for? Both.
There you go.
That's right.
You don't ever get caught up in that mess.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't ever get caught up in that.
I'm Switzerland
Yeah,
too.
that's
I
right.
don't get involved in that.
I'm like
one
that.
as well.
Yes, go. When they score over here, we cheer. When they score over there, we cheer.
And I'm from Maryland, so I don't have a alum to either.
Yeah.
So,
There you are.
So I'm safe.
Yeah. So that's
But thank
good.
you guys.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
Thank
We
you for having
appreciate
us.
Anytime. It is 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of Town Hall News. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden has reportedly decided on who he'd like to have in the top job at the Food and Drug Administration. And White House correspondent Greg Clugston says it's someone who is no stranger to the agency.
The president is tapping former FDA Commissioner Robert Califf to lead the agency once again. That's according to a person familiar with the decision. For months, the FDA has lacked a permanent leader as the federal government responded to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the White House was repeatedly asked about the vacancy. The 70-year-old Califf is a cardiologist and clinical trial specialist who served as FDA commissioner for the last 11 months of the Obama administration. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Americans quit their jobs at a record pace for the second straight month in September, while employers continued posting a near record number of job openings. The Labor Department says 4.4 million people called it quits that month. That's about 3% of the nation's workforce. Most Americans do not think that public schools should require students to get COVID vaccinations, and they wonder whether those vaccines are safe for kids.
The latest Rasmussen Reports national telephone and online survey finds that 35% of American adults believe public schools should make COVID-19 vaccination mandatory for students, while 55% are against requiring students to get vaccinated. 10% are not sure. The Food and Drug Administration last month approved COVID-19 vaccines for children under 5 years old, but 60% of Americans say they are concerned about the safety of COVID-19 vaccinations for children. More Republicans, 78%, than Democrats, 46%, or unaffiliateds, 61%, are concerned about the safety of COVID-19 vaccinations for children. Bernie Bennett reporting.
On Wall Street, stocks holding on to their gains this morning. Right now, the Dow's up 85 points, the NASDAQ 75 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Your pets have the same energy they used to? Do they have problems with itching, scratching, a dull coat, or goopy ears? Then your pets need Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com.
For over 20 years, pet owners have trusted Dynavite to supplement their pet's diet.
We started Dynavite, and in our first box, we noticed a difference.
Dynavite is an all-natural daily supplement made from whole foods that help support your pet's immune system, digestion, skin, and coat.
Within 3 weeks, he's not scratching and itching, and he's an all-around happier dog.
Today's commercial pet foods are processed at high temperatures, which bakes out all the essential goodness. These processed foods can lack the essential vitamins, enzymes, and probiotics that contribute to overall good health. Adding a scoop of Dynavite to your pet's food bowl is the answer.
If you love your pets as much as I do, you'll want to do what's best for them to live long, healthy, happy lives.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dynavite.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Pharmaceutical giant AstraZeneca plans to keep selling its COVID vaccine at cost to poorer countries, but it does expect to turn a modest profit from sales elsewhere.
AstraZeneca's vaccine was developed in partnership with the University of Oxford and benefited from significant amounts of funding from the UK government. The company pledged to sell the vaccine at cost price for the duration of the pandemic. Now, however, it says it'll move towards modest profitability as new orders are received. The money made over the next few months will help to cover the costs of developing an antibody treatment for COVID-19. Sales of the vaccine to developing countries will continue to be made on a not-for-profit basis.
The BBC's Theo Leggett. Canada temporarily withdrawing non-essential staff from its embassy in Haiti. The move comes in response to a spike in gang-related violence in Haiti. News and analysis at townhall.com. Sponsors being asked to defend their support for the Beijing Winter Olympics.
Human Rights Watch wants them to explain why they remain largely silent about alleged human rights abuses in China, with the Games opening there in just under 3 months. The rights group reached out to the International Olympic Committee's so-called top sponsors and leading broadcast rights holder NBC almost 6 months ago and received few responses. They asked sponsors who pay billions of dollars to the IOC to be aware of the rights climate in China and to scrutinize supply chains and other operations. Rhonda Rockster reporting.
Multiple media outlets report that New Jersey's Republican gubernatorial candidate, Jack Ciattarelli, is now set to concede the governor's race to the Democrat incumbent, Phil Murphy. Once again on Wall Street this hour, stocks in positive territory. Right now, the Dow is up 111 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to our number 3
Tres Inviernos
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Man, my phone's blowing up today. I don't have time to talk to him.
You freaking saboteur. That was dirty dealings.
Oh, I didn't know y'all were still talking about food. I was talking to Charles about something else.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's what it was.
No, I was chatting with the sheriff as I came in because the boys looking svelte. Apparently they've been doing the keto thing about a month and a half, and The sheriff is significantly down. The undersheriff's already down. He said 21 pounds, but the sheriff's dropped like 40 or 50 pounds already in a month and a half.
There you go.
Keto is a game changer. Once you figure out your macros and once you kind of get that. And then the last thing that Mike said before they leave the room is, hey, don't forget, we got McDonald's in the kitchen.
I was trying to be...
You know what, though? A lot of it you can eat. Grab an egg. You just grab one of those foldable eggs. Slip a patty in between there.
Yeah.
It's keto.
See, y'all were busting me for being nice.
Oh, no.
And they could have done their thing. Just leave a stack of biscuit breads laying in there.
You just find halves of biscuits.
Big muffins and biscuit breads and all that. Save me the taters. I'll eat those.
Yeah, never mind the fact that you're going to be sitting there at like 3 a.m. on like a Tuesday, just sitting outside of a bakery with a single tear rolling down your cheek. Watching them make crullers.
I just licked a bagel.
Can I just sniff you?
I just want to lick the
bagel.
bagel.
Smell of your essence. Just give me one of them yeast packets. I'm going to pretend.
Yeah. Well, happy Friday, everybody.
Yes.
We'll have some playoff volleyball for you here at about 10 a.m. As Goddard and Artesia will square off in the first round. If Goddard wins, they will play at 6 o'clock tonight. You will be able to listen to that on our sister station, 990 AM, or online at ksvptv.com. If they lose, they'll play at 2 o'clock right here on 106.5. If Artesia wins, the game will be at 6 o'clock on KSVP, same place.
Right.
If Artesia loses, then that 2 o'clock game for Artesia will be on KSVP. There. And then we will have the football. That's the reason why we can't do Goddard if they win at 6 tonight, is because we have the football game at 6:50 between Roswell and Goddard, which will have the Roswell Coyote version right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, the Goddard Rocket version on 106.1 FM Fierro. We will have video feeds of both at ksvptv.com and the Rocket channel and Coyote channel.
Yes. Either way, we got you covered.
Yes.
However, whatever your particular flavor, we can let you savor it.
Yes. But 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. Those are the 3 times for volleyball.
I was going to say 10, 2, and 4. No. 10, 2, and 6 for volleyball. 10, 2, and 4 for Dr. Pepper.
10, 2, and 4?
Yeah, you don't remember that? So that was their big thing. It was like their clocks or whatever. They had the 10, the 2, and the 4.
I don't remember that
we had
campaign.
a Dr. Pepper clock growing up, and that's the 3 numbers they had instead of like the 3, the 6, the 9, whatever.
Okay. Is that the spices and all that? Or?
It's supposed to be the times that it's right to drink Dr. Pepper.
Well, who decided that?
Marketing for Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I just Googled 10, 2, and 4, and it pops up. So it says the winner of the ad campaign came up with a famous advertising slogan, drink a bite to eat at 10, 2, and 4. Dr. Pepper's slogan in the 1950s was the friendly pepper upper, which led the brand into the 1960s when it became associated with rock and roll music and on Dick Clark's American Bandstand TV show. So yeah, 10, 2, and 4 was a perfect time to enjoy yourself a nice ice cold Dr. Pepper.
Very good. Hey, I need to promote this here as well.
Do it.
The folks, I need to take my glasses off for this so I can read it.
Take my hat off.
The Ace Westlake Hardware here, they've got a Christmas toy drive, and they got a pancake breakfast happening Saturday, November 13th, which is that tomorrow?
Yes.
That's tomorrow. Man, this time's already going by.
I know.
That's going to be from 8 to 10:30. And then they have the Winter Wonderland with Santa on Saturday, December 11th from 10 a.m. to noon. Tickets and events are at Westlake Hardware at 2810 North Main Street. They're doing a $5 raffle fundraiser where you can win a Traeger Pro 575 wood pellet grill.
Nice.
A $900 value. This is... I think it's a motorcycle toy run. I think is what they're doing here. I'm trying to see where they, the Emperor's Riding Club. They're involved in Westlake Hardware. They're putting on the event, and they're raising money to collect toys and stuff for kids here. So if you'd like to be a part of their big pancake breakfast fundraiser, that's tomorrow morning from 8 to 10:30 at Westlake Hardware. Again, they're on Main, 2810 North Main Street. And then they've got their Winter Wonderland with Santa Saturday, December 11th from 10 a.m. to noon there. So go check that out when you get a chance. Cool. All right. I'll do that one later. So, stomping fires here. Let me tell you what's
fires. No, I'm not going to do it. Go ahead.
Let me tell you what's on tap for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a few minutes. Then later on, about 9:15 or so, Elliot Rodriguez with CMG Financial is going to join us and give us an update on what's going on there and talk about buying a home and saving. He's if you haven't heard any of our Elliot Rodriguez conversations, he's the man that helps you get the finances for the house. He's not your real estate agent.
No,
He's
he will
the guy
help you acquire the funds,
securing the loan
That's
for
right.
said finances.
It's really cool too, because the way Elliot does it is he, that really dark, like over at the bank building, he'll go into kind of that the underground right there. He stands there in a trench coat and he slides a briefcase across the parking lot to you. You have to stop it with your foot. And crack it open and it's full of wads of or wrapped up $100 bills.
That's how they do it?
Yeah. That's how you acquire your home.
That's nice.
He looks at him, he goes, "Funds acquired. Funds acquired, my friend." You stop it with the foot.
I feel like it might be a little different, but you never know. It could be.
You know what? He gets you the funding for your new home the same way that the guys get the orange juice futures in Trading Places. Same exact way. It's a guy in a trench coat. He's got a manila envelope. He just slides it across the thing to you. You stop it with your foot, and that's how you get your
There you
funding.
go. That's how I get all my orange juice futures.
That was a terrible Elliot impression. Funding acquired, my friend.
So Elliot's going to join us
Yes.
here. We'll talk homes and finances and all that here with you in just a little bit. Later on, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, along with the Town Hall Business Report and whatever else we can come up with. Big thank you to McDonald's, as they do each and every Friday, provide us with delicious breakfast treats.
I want to ring the bell, but I also don't want to mess up Sonny.
Sonny. You did it.
Yeah.
Oh, and there goes
Yeah,
Sonny.
I tipped it. All right.
Oh, well.
It's fine.
But swing by any of your soon-to-be three McDonald's here in town, 2 for right now. And don't forget, McRib is back. Get your McRib on and download that app.
That's right, fellas.
To your
It's not,
smartphones.
Not only is it cuffing season, it's also McRib season.
You know what, too? Since we're getting in the holidays, like the special pies and shakes are going to be rolling in here pretty quick, too, before you know it. Like, I'm sure they already have pumpkin pie, right?
They have it's the pumpkin and pumpkin cream pie right now.
Yeah, we tried that one.
Yeah.
It was good. Because I really dug it, because I don't like pumpkin, but I like that cream combo with it. It was really tasty.
believe after Thanksgiving they bring out, it might even be before, they break out the holiday pie, which is
And don't
custard.
they do like a minty shake during the holidays, like a candy cane shake or something?
They might do like a peppermint shake, but I'm pretty sure their mint shake is specifically the Shamrock.
The Shamrock one? I thought they had a candy cane.
They might have like I know they have the peppermint mocha for like the coffee stuff, but they do step up their holidays game.
Yeah. So look for that coming soon.
Indeed. Gosh,
it
I
is-
want a McRib. And they're 2 for $6 right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Why can't McRibs be for breakfast?
I mean, I'm not.
We
I think
eat
they
all
should be.
other forms of pig.
Yeah.
For breakfast. Why not the
You know what? I would
McRib?
argue that the sausage is a very similar consistency to a McRib patty. So if you took a sausage patty, a breakfast sausage patty, and smothered it in that McRib sauce, topped it with some slivered onions and pickles, I'm telling you, breakfast McRib sandwich. Make it happen.
Now I wonder if you get like a chicken nugget dipping barbecue sauce and pour it on a sausage McMuffin. What's that going to do?
You're talking about like a sweet and sour sauce or like a barbecue?
The barbecue sauce.
Pour it on a McRib.
No, pour it on a McMuffin. The sausage.
Ooh. But I don't think it's not quite the same.
I don't know.
No, it's definitely not.
Well, you got to go down the path to find out if it's any good.
If you could get a side of McRib sauce and then add that, I wonder if you could do that.
I don't know if it comes inside.
Well, you can always ask.
Good.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know. Now I want to try the barbecue on a. I really do. on an egg sandwich with the sausage.
I think next week we're gonna have like a selection of sauces and maybe do some breakfast sandwich experimentation.
I like it. Make it so.
Make it happen.
All right.
Yep.
It is 9:16. Here is your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good through the weekend with high pressure in place over the southwestern states, and our temperatures will be warming up a little bit. Still pretty comfortable today with mid to upper 60s, and we should get plenty of sunshine down to the low and mid 30s overnight and clear. Then tomorrow we're back in the mid to upper 70s and sunny, low to mid 70s and fair weather again on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 41 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 45% with winds out of the north at 12 miles per hour. Sunny today. Expect a high of 64. A little chilly today. Winds will be out of the northeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies with an overnight low of 34. Bundle up. You're heading out to the Wool Bowl tonight. Winds out of the south at around 5 miles per hour. For the weekend on Saturday, sunny. Back up into the mid-70s tomorrow, 74 officially. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear skies with an overnight low of 42. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, highs in the low 70s, 72 officially with north winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies with an overnight low of 36 for Sunday night. And then Monday, warming back up into the low 80s, 80 officially on Monday with a high of 83 on Tuesday. So warm to start next week, but a little cooler today and tonight. So, and then in 70s this weekend, not too bad. All right, it is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. Elliot Rodriguez with CMG Financial will join us in just a bit. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
This is another commercial from your friends at Roswell Ford, so you're probably expecting to hear about all the great deals here at the Tailgate Nation. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. First, we want to talk about buying a car from you. Roswell Ford is looking for gently used, late-model cars and trucks, and if you have one, we're prepared to pay top dollar for it, even if you're not ready to buy anything from us. Just bring it in and see how much it's worth. You'll probably be surprised. And if you are looking to trade up, Roswell Ford has 27 trucks, 30 SUVs, 22 cars, the largest pre-owned selection in southeastern New Mexico, like a Jeep Cherokee for just $10,900, a Ford Escape for just $11,900, and a Jeep Patriot for only $16,400, a Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT, just $19,900. And Roswell Ford backs each one with a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you won't be second-guessing yourself. Buying or selling, you can't go wrong when you're doing business with the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Mays Lumber has all the hard-to-find hardwood you've been looking for. Oak, cherry, walnut, poplar, and maple. Plus, hard-to-find exotic woods like purple heart, zebra wood, ambrosia maple, black limba, and bloodwood. Perfect for that one-of-a-kind gift piece or table. Get ready with Formica and Wilson Art countertops in 12-footer custom length with installation available. Make it happen at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell, serving southeastern New Mexico and beyond since 1934.
When you're not feeling well, the last thing you want to worry about is how soon you can get in to see your healthcare provider, or even finding a provider if you don't have one. Well, now you can feel better, knowing that the Loveless Healthcare Center in Roswell offers same-day or next-day appointments for when you're not feeling well, or for checkups, annual exams, or any chronic issues that need attention. To schedule an appointment or to find a new healthcare provider, call 625-3222 today.
Make it a November to remember at Roswell Honda. They've knocked the absolute stuffing out of the prices across the lot, so you'll save a gravy boatload. Like a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $209 a month, a 2012 Civic for just $164 a month, or a 2012 Dodge Caravan for just $109 a month. Get a free turkey and a 12-pack of Pepsi just for stopping by, a pumpkin pie with a qualified test drive, and a $25 Albertsons gift card with a purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa shopping spree. November to remember, on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The ball on top of a flagpole is called a truck. Mess with your friends today by pointing at a flagpole and say, "Hey, check out the truck on top of that flagpole." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock. And hey, before we chit-chat here with Elliot, I want to bring this to everyone's attention. I'm unfortunately not fully knowledgeable on everything this here. I'm just kind of getting information via our chat on the Facebook video feed here. But the PED's having a hearing about this social study stuff, and it's taking place today, November 12th, from 1 to 5 p.m. It's via Zoom. If you, thanks to Grace, she has shared the Zoom link on our 106.5 Roswell Talk FM Facebook wall there on the mornings. It's in the chat comment there. Click on that link. But that's from 1 to 5 today. And be warned that it was originally a public meeting and it was canceled and converted to a Zoom meeting to make it easier. Well, for who is depending, but that's another story for another day. But they've done it and shifted it this way. So I'm guessing it might discourage some people from sharing their thoughts and comments. But please, especially if you're a parent and you have strong feelings one way or another on this, I invite you to tune in to the Zoom meeting. Again, you'll find a link thanks to Grace. If you go to our 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook wall, you click on you'll see the Mornings with Mike Winters video that's going live right now. There in the comments, Grace has a link there to the PED. I'll see if Tanner can reshare that out on our wall or something while we're talking here. So just want to bring that to everybody's attention there. Check it out there when you get a chance. And, of course, plan to participate in that meeting beginning at 1 o'clock today via that Zoom link. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us here in studio this morning from CMG Financial, Elliot Rodriguez back with us. Morning, Elliot.
Good morning, Roswell.
How are you doing today?
Hey, like I said last time, it's Friday.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
But it feels like a Monday to me, though.
It's been a lot of Mondays lately.
It feels like that lately, isn't it?
Like pound for pound, there's more Mondays than Fridays right now. But
I was listening to you guys, and you guys were cracking me up. I was like, all right, we need to bring Sean in here once in a while.
Sean's got a whole vision in his head that rattles around in there, and he displayed it there. Because I'm like, I don't know where he's going with this. I'll just let him go.
I was just laughing, like, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I just sit back and say, let him go. That was one of those moments.
No, it was a nice weekend.
Good.
I mean, what am I saying? Wasn't that weekend? So you see, I'm stuck in a loop.
Yeah, you're about to start another one.
So my weekends are like a blur, as you can see. But I think that's what I meant.
Good.
It's about to be a weekend, so hopefully, take a little break if I can.
I'm about to say your weekends are probably as busy as your weekdays because a lot of your clientele and things are free on the weekends, and that's when they want to talk their money and finances with you. For folks that don't know, Elliot with CMG Financial, he joins us once a month here on the show, and Elliot is the man that he's not your real estate agent. He's not the guy that's going to pick the house for you. He's the guy that sets up the financing for that house. And to be honest, if you're in the market for buying a house, you need to see Elliot before you see the real estate agent, to be honest, because that way the agent knows exactly what they're working with, and you can actually make the agent work for you a lot better when you see Elliot first and saying, all right, Elliot, I'm here. And he's like, hey, we got you here. You're approved for $200,000. And you're like, sweet. Now you go to the real estate agent and say, I'm good for $200,000. Let's find houses in that price range. But if you don't do that first, then you might set yourself up for disappointment because you might be like falling in love with a house, and then you turn out that's out of your price range, or that's just not going to work for you. So Elliot's the guy to talk to first, and this is something we say every time. Elliot, he works with everybody, helps I don't care if this is your first home or your 50th home. He's going to help you and take care of you. But he really does enjoy working with folks first time, folks that I've never bought a home before. They think maybe they're not qualified, don't know all the steps, or if you think like maybe you're close. He loves helping those people and helping them push them over the finish line to make sure that they get the home of their dreams, or that first home that's theirs, and may not be the home of your dreams the first time, but that's something you got to realize too. First time home buyer, you ain't buying, generally speaking, you're not buying your forever home that first.
And we definitely push it.
Yeah.
Because you'll be surprised lately what we've been pushing.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. The market is awesome still. It's very interesting considering what's happening in the market and what's going on with our government and everything.
Sure.
But the fact still stands. Homes are selling. Prices are still going up. For a moment, it felt like kind of, it stays steady there for a moment, but
Sure.
I think it's still pushing up.
Gotcha. So we're not done. The ceiling's not been hit yet.
It's not being hit, And as you've been listening, they're doing everything in their power to try to, keep things going. Hopefully they don't throw too much money so it explodes.
Yeah,
Hopefully that doesn't happen. But the market's still good. Rates keep going up and down. All right. It's still low considering what we had 3 years ago.
Sure.
Okay. And remember, 3 years ago was pretty good. I mean, 4.5, that's still good, back then.
Yeah. I was delighted when I got that a couple years ago.
Yeah, and that's the fact, But right now they're still low. They're still going up. And also depends on the circumstances of the individual. That's going to dictate what interest rate you're going to get anyway. But the market is still floating like there's no tomorrow. I mean, it's not stopping right now.
Is it still leaning heavy towards a seller's market where inventories, at least in our area, it seems like...
Do you know, it's very interesting because it really depends on the negotiation skill of your agent, okay? And if you if you do the right offer, it may still be on your side as a buyer.
Gotcha. Okay.
But right now, let's be realistic. There's not enough inventory. Homes are coming and they're going right away.
They got the demand right now.
Yeah, the demand is happening.
Is way higher than the supply right now. So.
And that's the case. To the matter that we have to, keep an eye on because let's be realistic. More homes that are like 250, 300 and plus keep coming out. There's still a handful of, 100, 120, 150, but not many of them. Okay.
And that's from probably, I would say the average person in Roswell is probably in around 150.
And it makes it hard on the agents because there's not enough homes for those prices.
Sure.
And so what, like you were saying, like Elliot gets you approved for that $200,000.
Yeah.
And then I get a phone call. You know what? Can't find nothing at 200. Can we push it to 225, 250? It's like, and I'm almost saying, no, we can. But at the same time, depending on circumstances, most of the time I'm able to.
Sure.
I like to try to keep that gap. I don't like to be on the maximum on the stream, if you may, because the stream may
and at the end of the day, it's when you look and say, okay, well, if I do this, my monthly payment will be this, and even if Elliot says you can afford it, at the end of the day, you need to look and say, is it? Because, again, it's your personal decision. It's like, all right, if my mortgage is now $100 more than I anticipated it to be a month, that $100 has got to come from somewhere. Where is it? Is it an extra fund? Is it going to come from bills? Where's that come from? And as long as...
No more Pixels for the month.
Yeah, just because you make enough money to pay that, if your budget's not set up right, that doesn't mean you can pull it off and do it without creating hassle and headaches.
Well, you and I talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's the part that we always like to keep in mind and make sure, like, hey, we're not pushing it to the limit way too far.
Sure.
Because then you don't have no room to breathe. And we do everything in a way that we're not going to put nobody in a bad place. But no matter what, in the end of the day, the customer is the one making those payments. I mean, you can't call Elliot from CMU Financial and help you make the payments.
Exactly.
If you are comfortable, for example, on a $1,200 payment, and you can qualify for a $1,800 payment. Do you really want to push it there, to that level? That's the question.
Yeah.
Okay. They always tell me, Elliot, why are you pushing it to the limits? Like, it wasn't me, dude.
I'd have you back here at my druthers.
I was good to this much, and they couldn't find a house. At the last minute, they found a house that it was just a little more expensive, so they pushed it to the limit. It wasn't on purpose. We don't want customers to push it too far out.
Sure.
Even if you can afford it, it's something in a personal level that you have to say, am I going to be okay with that? Am I going to be, do we get to go out to eat out, monthly a little less, all those different things.
Sure.
Because in the end of the day, is your way of life that's going to be, taking the hit, and you have to maintain that way of life. Is it going to be good? To really go into the bottom on how things are, when, let's say, somebody's living with a family member, okay, and they're going to buy a home.
Right.
They didn't have no rent. They didn't have no mortgage. We even asked for a letter from the borrower stating, the shock of going into having a kind of payment that you were not used to, okay? It's part of, the process,
Sure.
for the approval. So when the underwriter sees this, even though the person is approved, the underwriter still has to approve it and go with, FHA guidelines, for example, okay? And the shock of having a brand new payment of $1,000 that you didn't have before has to be always addressed. A lot of people always ask me, why you guys ask for a letter for something like that? It's like, well, just think about it. You've been saving some money.
Sure.
Or maybe you haven't been saving enough, but you don't have a mortgage payment. We need to address those things to show, like, yes, we're going to be able to. I'm aware of that. I'm going to take up on a mortgage, and it's going to cost me $1,000. And for the past year and a half to 2 years, whatever time you've been there, I've been helping mom and dad or my cousin or whoever you're living with, with just, utilities and stuff like that. So, and we need to address that. So, that that's going to be the case. And we need to know that you already know that's going to be the case. Because remember, like I always said it, we're not going to put you in a house so that in 6 months from now, whatever, you lose it or next year.
Or you got a house, but now there's not a stitch of furniture in there because you just spent all your money buying the house,
So Ted always think that I push it to the limit myself directly. It's like, no, but I advise everybody.
But you don't know how often that happens. I mean, especially like you go down.
It's hard.
Like I was hearing stories now, if it was you telling me this or somebody else, but like down in Miami where you go to some of these affluent neighborhoods and they're $1 million homes that these people bought, but you go in and there's not a stitch of furniture because they spent all of their money on the $1 million home.
We're talking about that before.
And
it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, and we have to be careful about that. Yeah. I mean, I get it that you can go.
But people do that because
center and get stuff. But come on.
but people do that to thinking as it's some kind of symbolism, like, ooh, look at my house in this neighborhood. It's like, yeah, that's great. You can now brag that you have that, but you don't have anything to live on. You just eat ramen noodles at your $1 million home on a paper plate that you had to borrow from somebody else. I mean, come on, man. I mean,
that's why we have to be careful.
Yeah.
But no, that's why at CMG, we pride ourselves to trying to, guide our customers to the right place. Okay. Yes, it's not my choice. The real estate agent and the buyer, they go and shows the house.
Yeah.
We don't deal with that stuff.
Sure.
You can ask for advice on that kind of stuff, but in the end of the day, we talk numbers, not houses.
Sure.
I'll tell you if it's a nice house or not, if you ask. But
sure.
In the end of the day,
sure,
your likings and all the stuff that you want is you.
That's
a thing that nobody can take away from you.
Yeah, you want a greenhouse with pink doors and all that stuff. God bless you.
Yeah, that's the way it is. No, but the market's still good. It's funny, and I have always said it. Because you and I, we bought our houses when the market was crazy.
Sure.
I mean, people think it's crazy now. They have no idea. But, you go back 12 years ago plus, it was really bad. The interest rate were higher.
Yeah.
So we are in a blessing moment, if you think about it. So whoever is listening out there and you've been thinking, you have the issue like, I should buy my house, you should think it real hard and try to do it as soon as you can because we don't know for how long this is going to last. We anticipate
it's a golden opportunity. Yeah.
Before COVID, we were talking, it may stay like that for a year and a half to 2 years or whatever. And you know what? In a way, the nonsense of COVID kind of made it really completely stay the way it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it brought some stabilization there. And,
as crazy as that sounds,
thing,
But if you keep your eye on what's happening, there's a lot of craziness. Let me make a good example. 11:30 in the evening. We could have gone anywhere in town to go to an Allsup's. That's not happening right now. So obviously, COVID is really is affecting.
Sure.
Okay, the way the government and the choices that we're making and how people are doing things is affecting. We never Allsup's is like we always used to say when do Allsup's ever close?
Yeah. Why do they have locks?
Why do they have locks now? What the heck? What's happening?
They don't need a lock on the door. They're always open.
It's supposed to be open, but it's changing. It's showing you what's happening. What we've been listening about in the East Coast and the West Coast with the ships, on the harbor just waiting, So you could see the trigger effects throughout the whole entire country. And if you pay attention and you see those things, it's happening all the way even over here.
Sure.
Okay, so I say those people that are at home maybe collecting, unemployment or whatever, we don't know for how long that's going to go for you. If you don't check and see, get a job, you may not have a job later either.
Sure.
So it's tough. It's gonna we will see where it's gonna turn to. But the market right now, people are working. There's jobs being offered everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! If you look everywhere, even Domino's starts their little answer machine with we are hiring. It's a very true.
Yeah, exactly.
I never heard that
Everybody,
before.
yeah.
So it's happening. But the market is still somewhat stable. It's a little, all over the place about what the Feds are going to be doing and so on. But at the same time, it's still somewhat steady. So it's very interesting how it has, if you may evolve to this situation, which is rare, because we don't know where it's going to go, But right now, it's solid still. People are buying houses. There's not enough houses. So if you're really going to buy a house, you need to come and see me and be truly ready because the worst case scenario is that you make an offer on a property, you're not approved, and then you have to try to get approved, and then you cannot even have that house.
Yeah.
So you need to come and see, me and Ted.
Go see it first.
Yeah, and that way we can get you approved, and you be ready. And
that way you can explain everything that you're confused about because I know buying a house, especially the first time you do it, it's intimidating, it's confusing. Going to be a lot of sweaty palms. There's going to be a whole lot of that going on because you're about to sign the biggest check that you've ever signed in your life, probably. And that's a big deal. But at the same time, it's so exciting and it's so great, and it really is your foot in the door. It is. It's we joke about the American dream and all this stuff, and the two kids, the picket fence, the whole nine. But really, that's it. When you own your first home, you and your family, it's yours. You're not paying a rent fee to anybody else. You're just paying the mortgage.
You get to make your choices and stuff.
It gets your foot in the game. You're all of a sudden you're going to find credit opportunities and things available to you that weren't available to you before. Be smart and take care of that, where Elliot can help you and talk to you about that. But you're going to almost start feeling like you're in the club now.
I know.
And
it's different.
It is different. It's just because now that you have basically skin in the game is with that home. Now people are like, okay, that's an investment that's got some kind of stability, somebody that I want to offer my services and money to, and that's so you become. And I know someone's like, well, I don't want all that, but it's like, yeah, but that's how you begat success in this country. That's
correct.
You once you got there, now you've got the foundation. Now you've got the home. You've got something that's and at the end of the day, every time you're making a monthly mortgage payment, you're investing back in yourself with that because you're paying off something you own. And the good news about real estate is very rarely does it go down in property values. Unless you bought a lemon, which is very which can happen.
It can happen, but you can turn that around anyway. You know, the say you got lemons, you can make lemonade.
Yeah.
But the thing is this, like you were saying, the boy. I guess it is Friday. The ball is on your court. Okay, it means it's up to you now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe, because I heard the other day that a customer, not one of mine, bought a house and they're like, hey, we have a 3-day receipt. You're like, there's no 3-day receipt on buying a house. Okay. I guess something went wrong that they didn't want to have the house anymore.
Okay.
I don't know what the case was. If that individual is listening, whatever the situation was,
yeah,
like I just said, if you have lemons, make lemonade, okay? Because it's yours. You must have gone for it for a reason, from the beginning. But only God knows what happens. The thing is this: it's up to all of us to make a decision and move forward.
Sure.
And yes, it is scary to buy a house, but when you have a good lender that kind of really walk you through,
yeah,
and it's not that bad. And I'm gonna put a really good example. We just had 2 police academy cadets just yesterday bought houses.
Nice.
One was mine. The other one somebody else. I was not aware of that. I heard it from the person that I was doing a closing with me. Okay. This individual didn't have phone access. Okay. I think I met him once on a Saturday. Everything was through the internet. Okay.
Wow.
I read the face-to-face stuff and everything like that.
Sure.
But considering that it was just emails, because he hardly ever texts. Okay. Because he's at the training.
Yeah, so he's busy.
So he's busy. So in the evening, he probably because most of the emails that we send was in the evening, and I was able to respond to them because I keep an eye on everything all the time. So the part that is interesting, the only reason maybe it took us just a little longer was because appraisals are taking a little longer lately.
Okay.
So, but besides that, the whole team went pretty smooth. Okay. And the kid, very young, probably scared as heck buying a house. His dad and his uncle sent him my way, and we took care of him.
And got him all set up.
And got him all set up. And the point that I'm trying to bring to everybody out there is that it is a little scary. Mm-hmm. But if you follow my lead and give me the items that I need from you, I'll take you to the end, And I always tell people, just look at me as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay? You're the owner of the team. You give me everything I need. You give me my linebackers, my blockers. You give me my kicker. Give me, my people to protect me so I can get down to the goal,
right,
and get that and score that, that goal for you.
Absolutely,
okay?
Yeah.
And that's literally kind of what I do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make sure that I get down there, but I cannot get down there without my support. So if you give me all the items that I need, follow my lead and do everything I ask you. Trust me, I'll get you a house.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have got homes that Ted said to me is like, nah, that's not going to work. It's like, yeah, it's going to work. CMG says it's going to work.
We'll get it. We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen for them.
That's awesome.
And it's the fun part, but it is happening.
Yeah.
The market is still steady, going forward. So the people that are out there thinking about buying a house, consider it, because the market eventually is not going to be as good as it is now. But remember, when it's good or bad, you still need a home.
Absolutely.
We're still here to help you.
Absolutely.
And the agents are there waiting for you to help you as well.
Absolutely. I just got text. We're about to start volleyball here in about 5 minutes.
No problem.
So I hate to cut us short here,
That's okay.
but folks, if you're looking for a home, give Elliot a call. I don't care if you've bought him 50 times or it's your first time. Elliot will help you through every step of that process, and especially if you've been told no before, for whatever reason, Elliot loves to sit down and work with you and say, you know why you're no, it's because of this. Give me 6 months or give me whatever, and this will turn up. And guess what? You come see me in 6 months, I guarantee you're going to be qualified.
Well, you'll have it,
Yeah, exactly. So he can help you do that. don't hesitate to reach out and call him. Probably in this world is just call a cell direct. That's probably the quickest way. 719-237-4680. Again, that's 719-237-4680. If you love doing stuff online, like he was just talking about one of his clients here, you can always email him direct. It's erodriguez@cmgfi.com. Again, that's erodriguez@cmgfi.com. And if you want to go read up more about Elliot here and more about CMG Financial, you can go direct to his website as well, which is very similar to his email address. It's erodriguez.cmgfi.com. It's just like the email, but replace the first dot with an at.
That's
symbol.
correct. That's correct.
And that way you can go, and then of course come by his office here too, and talk to Ted or himself. He'd be happy to get you put in the right direction.
We'll take care of you guys. I mean, that's what we're there for.
Absolutely.
Okay? That's what it's funny. That's what we live for. Let's be realistic.
Well, every time he's taking a picture of you on Facebook and handing you your contract to your new loan here, he's very happy
I use
about
that big key. Remember, I use the key. Like, everybody's, can I keep that key? No, it says Elliot.
I need that key.
That's my key.
It's the key to my success.
No, I'm here to help everybody. So
awesome.
Say the word. We're there for you. And CMG is strong and steady, and we will take care of you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, sir. Yes. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank
if
you
I'll
for
see
having
between now and then.
Sounds good.
And try to get some downtime in there.
I'm trying. I'm getting there.
There you go. Call in sick. Say your word. You're saying, oh, they had
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? All right. It is 9:47. We're going to take a quick break here, and then we'll be bringing you some volleyball live from the playoffs here at Goddard Artesia. Don't go away. That's coming up in just a few.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Toyota announced Thursday it will add a production line dedicated to hybrid powertrains at its West Virginia facility. The announcement comes 9 months after the Japanese automaker said it would invest $210 million at the plant in Buffalo, West Virginia, and add 100 new jobs to expand capacity of its 4- and 6-cylinder engine lines. The movies are making a comeback in the theaters, but so far not everyone is showing up like they used to. According to consultants, while certain segments of moviegoers are closer to pre-pandemic levels, older moviegoers and family audiences have been slower to return. On Wall Street, the Dow down 158 points to close at 35,921. The Nasdaq gained 81 to 15,704, and the S&P 500 up 2 points to 4,649. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Slugs have 4 noses, but no fingers to pick them. Here's Mike Winters.
Welcome to State Championship Volleyball on Pecos Valley Broadcasting.
Medina, Kammerer with the set. There's the kill attempt by Spaniel, dug out by the back row.
Sneaky dink from Gray. Over on 1, over on 2 from Valdez. Set up Armendariz, and that is on the line. Coach Batson, flag is down on the line. Point.
Well set up Johnson. Nice. Cross-court kill by Destiny.
Yeah. Long hit there for Taylor Conrad, but she gets the job done. Back to Miramontes, tries to go short. Taylor gets it. There's the big hit and the kill by Olive Amici.
Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Kane Electric Supply, Castle Rentals, Catalyst Church, Central Valley Electric, Cisco Equipment, Crouch Plumbing, Deans Incorporated, Farm Bureau, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Ross Mortgage, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block, Hermosa Church of Christ, KFC of Artesia, Incredible Printing, J.S. Ward, J&J Home Care, La Fonda, New Hope Baptist Church, Pop's Diner, Smile Expressions, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Tay Branch of Artesia, TMJ Auto, Western Bank, Big O Tires, Casa Decor, Eastern New Mexico University Portales, and Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Bergie's Plumbing and Heating, Mays Lumber, Oasis Computers, So Easy Sewing, Zenith Security, and Central Valley Electric. Now, on to the action.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy, Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful